Good morning. Holy moly. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? How are we doing today? It is Sunday. And the longer this is out, the less, the more the window closes. We are here today because we're not going to be playing Honkai Star Rail today, but we are going to take a look at the special program that is going to be covering 3.2. I think, when does 3.2 come out? I want to say maybe like another week and a half, 2 weeks. But it's getting time, which means it's time for anniversary event. Obviously, some heckin' Casterus, some Anaxa, although I'm not really planning on pulling for Casterus. But we're going to get a look at their kits, the trailer, all that neat stuff. Apparently my captions aren't working. I'll have to reload. 1 second. Making sure. Just gotta log in for my captions. But how are we doing today? How is everybody? We're taking a moment because I know that Lynn might be making her way, hopefully. If not, we will start in a little bit. What is going on with my captions? Hi, JT. How we doing? Huh. Hello? My fucking captions aren't working. That's weird. Building some models? Heck yeah. Okay. My captions don't seem to want to work today. That's weird. That's very, very weird. So unfortunately, we might not have captions today on my end. Like, at all. The site's just not loading. It's the site. Must be a server issue. So we're just not going to worry about it then. Alrighty. Okay. How went Kingdom Hearts yesterday? We finally finished Sora's story. And we're moving on to Riku's. And around the time I started Riku's story, I took a gummy. And I was high for the last 2 hours of stream. So I already cut that up. Well, not cut it up, but I already have that part of the stream sectioned off. And I'm probably going to look through it on a free moment. Cut it up into shorts. And then upload it in parts. And then upload the long bit. So that'll be interesting. We'll see where that goes. Oh, hello, you two. Good thing I bought enough time. Oh, hold on. There we go. Hello, you two. How are we doing today?
Hi. Good. I wanted to watch the special program.
Yeah. Since when did this come out?
A couple days ago. Like, I think a day ago.
2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Okay.
So, obviously, I've already skipped the 5-minute thing. We will probably watch it at a slightly up...
I'm spamming stuff real fast since I forgot about it. Otherwise doing all right.
Let's see. I'm probably going to up it by a teeny weeny bit, just so it goes a little bit faster, because it is about an hour. Although we will also be skipping the little code things, since I think for those who have not claimed their 300 jades, I think the codes will still be fine, but they
No,
might
they
be
expire
done.
after 16 hours.
I
Yeah,
was
they're
gonna say
all expired.
they might be expired. So we're gonna play back at with an additional fit with a 15% speed boost. We're gonna turn off closed captions, or maybe we'll have them on because my
Oh, you won't
Yeah.
have them on. I don't speak Chinese.
well they already have the Chinese speaking parts subtitled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think actually no, not everything's sub. Yeah, it should be fine. We should be fine without closed captions. Alrighty. So if you two are ready to go, I am ready to heckin' start whenever. I'm gonna tuck away Bernard back here a little bit so he's not blocking anything. And then I know Lynn said she was just spamming some stuff really quick, so I'll wait till she's ready. We will wait a little bit. I don't mind.
I have you up on my screen, all good.
Okay, perfect. All right, and 3, 2, 1, bah. Wow, that's loud. Okay, one sec. That's loud. That was loud. Okay, this is why I don't listen to anything full volume.
I kind of want to get something like this for like my background, like a moving background for my computer.
Yeah.
It looks.
I just want to know if my touch, if my embrace, can do more than taking things away. Can I make anything? Can I leave anything behind? But now, perhaps I might have one last chance.
Let's see.
Sleep now. Embrace new life, Hawks. Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
As expected, this is the moment when the flame chase journey is the closest to its end. I see. In that case, let the show begin.
I want to know what's up with an AXA.
An
In
undisputed
terms of his
victory.
kit?
Huh?
Fusing immortals
In terms of his kit, or
to replace
Both.
said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after all. The answer is plain as day.
It is my hope that you bring a much needed change to this world.
I have deciphered the truth of this world.
I will bring rest to death.
Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter.
Stagnant life will once again flow. May I borrow your
The
work
sky above us,
one last time?
it's not real, is it? I will sow the seeds of suspicion with your soul!
This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived.
Okay.
I
A
forgot
lot-
to breathe that whole time.
A lot happened. That was just too much happening at once.
Whew. No, I got it. I understood what happened.
No, I
That was
understood too.
intense.
It was just a lot happening at once.
So that's cool.
Yeah. It's definitely going to center around these two, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely probably be more Castris than an AXA.
Yeah.
Whether or not your world has legends about dragons. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. 欢迎各位来到3.2版本前瞻特别节目，我是主持人麋鹿。来，我们开门见山啊！两位解释一下开拓者这是怎么回事？
这么直接吗？要不我们几个也先跟大家打个招呼。
嗨，
大家好，我是崩坏星穹铁道游戏 IP 茶杯。
大家好，我是游戏 IP TT。
大家好，我是任务设计米娜米。那现在请两位熟面孔立刻马上解释一下这是什么情况。
啊，问你了，TT 老师。
好的，那请容我慢慢
All
道
right,
来。
all the usual
在
suspects.
3.1版本的主线故事中，开拓小队与黄金翼伙伴们遭遇了一连串的变故，不得不与2位半神伙伴道别，其中1位伙伴甚至付出了生命的代价。大家虽然暂时击退了强大的盗火行者，也顺利解决了纷争神性悬置的问题，可还有其他一系列紧迫的危机有待众人解决。可以说，烛火之旅和开拓之旅都面临诸多的内忧外患。 那烛火之旅这边呢，欧洛尼斯意外陨落，而岁月半神候补的黄金翼却始终都没有现身。
Nowhere to be
既
found.
是迫不得已，也出于对开拓者的信任，黄金翼向欧洛尼斯亲自认可的我们抛来了橄榄枝。
这也是我心中最合适的人选。
成为半神听起来是件好事，但在亲眼目睹先前几位半神的经历之后，开拓者和丹恒也深知成为半神究竟要付出多大的代价。不仅如此，我们还会很快面对开拓之旅的难题，也就是刚才大家看到的3.1故事结尾提宝为开拓者揭示的未来。
所以究竟是在什么时候？
一切原有始末，在3.2版本会由欧洛尼斯亲口为大家揭晓。但大
OK
家现在不必过于担心，因为开拓者的状态还是并无大碍的，甚至他还是为众人夺回死亡火种的关键人物。
没错，黄金翼伙伴们呢，尤其是身负死亡泰坦诅咒的霞蝶，他也非常关心开拓者的情况。在开拓任务走过安眠地的花丛中，开拓者将和霞蝶同行，共同寻找死亡泰坦塞纳。
Those from the past rush by in a fleeting lifetime. Those from the future stretch into an endless night. O lost wanderer, cross that uncharted river of souls and step into the blooming fields of Antilla flowers. Okay.
博士的下落。
霞蝶拥有死亡之处的天赋，天生对死亡的气息非常敏感，想必应该知道去哪儿找塞纳托斯。
哎，其实不然，塞纳托斯的去向成谜，已经失踪很久了。那多年来呢，霞蝶一直在寻找他的所在，想搞清楚究竟为什么是自己来肩负死亡的诅咒。这一次呢，既是为了挽回开拓者的生命，也是为了解开霞蝶的困惑，我们将会前往名为斯提克西亚的城邦。这座被历史遗忘的美丽小城，与传说中的死亡泰坦有着千丝万缕的联系。而在3.1版本与我们分别的2位朋友，也会以某种特别的方式在3.2版本登场。
哦，我在之前的 PV 中见到过斯提克西亚这个名字，好像是一座建在海边的城邦，是吧？
没错，很久很久以前，斯提克西亚被称作巨龙与海浪的城邦，有着海洋明珠的美称。
Dragons and
不过
waves.
呢，根据预言师的记载，在经历了一场恐怖的龙灾后，斯提克西亚已然覆灭。在那之后，这里沦为了一片废墟，只剩下一片冥海。
确实感觉阴森森的。这些白色的东西是龙的骨头吗？
没错，斯提克西亚不仅游荡着人类的亡灵，同样也是传闻中巨龙陨落的地方。只不过千百年来，无论是这个城邦本身，还是这头巨龙的传说，都已经被温法罗斯渐渐遗忘。
哦，好的。那既然我们这次前往了斯提克西亚这样一个全新的地方，会有一些不一样的任务体验吗？
会有的。在斯提克西亚的探索过程中，我们可以使用身边的提灯照出原来不存在的通路。当我们提着灯环顾四周，会发现只有脚下的一个小浮空平台，其余的地方都隐匿于黑暗之中。
有种踏空而行，穿梭在2个时空的感觉。
除此之外呢，开拓者还会在路上遇到一些亡灵 NPC， 在这些灯光的映照之下 ，NPC 会从幽魂状态变成真正的人。
这些亡灵也是曾经生活在这里的居民，对吧？
是的。从他们口中，我们将获取更多斯提克西亚相关的信息。
不仅如此，在斯提克西亚的探索过程中，开拓者和霞蝶还会与名为冥魂渡者、死龙残躯波吕克斯的怪物相遇，并且和他展开一场战斗。
要介绍新敌人了是吧？这个名字还真是典型的翁法罗斯风格。我乍一听上去还以为我们同时要打3条龙
啊，其实它是1条龙。
Just one dragon.
波吕克斯。
波吕克斯的特点
在于它对我方
造成的大部分伤害都是一种名为衰亡伤害的特殊伤害类型。
Atrophy damage.
说呢，就是无视护盾、无视
Nor shield and defense and cannot be
在
distributed.
战斗中，我方目标的生命值降低时，它还会积累濒死梦泡，进入强化状态。
哇，性强化这一下，全员职业医学啊！这龙头。
Oh, I know a boss fight that's getting nerfed second fucking day.
Sure. So wait,
that's gonna get fucking nerfed immediately when people complain. People are gonna complain.
He said that this is.
So I'll put it back to normal speed. So there's a special damage type called atrophy damage.
造成的大部分伤害都是一种名为衰亡伤害的特殊伤害类型。
Simple terms, it ignores shield and defense and cannot be distributed.
俗的来说呢，就是无视护盾。
Oh, that's getting nerfed. Yeah.
没错。
When an ally target's HP decreases during combat,
在战斗中，我方目标的生命值降低时，它还会积。
It will also accumulate Desperate Bubble and enter an enhanced state.
累濒死梦泡，进入强化状态。
哇，性强化。
When entering the enhanced state, it leaves everyone with just 1 HP.
全员职业医学。龙好凶猛。
So, and they have Laucha in here because I'm guessing he's going to be useful since they apparently the news is according to the emails that they're giving him out for free, either him or Ranmei.
Ranmei, yeah.
I don't know which one I'm gonna get yet. I feel like, unfortunately, I might have to grab Ron May because she has a lot more versatility.
Honestly, I think Louch is going to be more pivotal in this patch.
Probably.
Especially since
I want to
every
say
time you attack, you gain a percentage of his attack back as HP.
I want to say maybe.
Yeah, knew this was going to come eventually. Aventurin is insanely strong, so they were going to make shield piercing damage at some point.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is that they're giving Laucha, not only because it's been a while since he's had a rerun, he's a much older unit. But I think it's also for people who couldn't get Mighty. Because it doesn't matter. When Mighty's in his mode, his defense goes to 0 anyway. This fight doesn't matter to him. He'll just keep going. But if you didn't get Mighty, grab Laucha and he'll keep your team alive.
Yeah.
Put him in a party with Mighty, and he'll worry about the other ones while Mighty solos the boss.
From what I see, the party looks like it would be Mighty, Treeby, Laucha, and Blade, since they're all HP heavy kind of units. And Laucha's just the sustain.
Yeah. I feel like they just have like Remembrance Trailblazer here as a formality.
Yeah.
Fun fact. I like fun facts.
Gallagher is better than Luaka, and it's not even close.
Wow.
Carry on.
Okay.
I'm gonna ignore that because I have to cope.
I can only assume that it's because of like Gallagher's Besotted, where as long as everybody's able to attack, they'll heal HP.
I can qualify the statement, but basically Gallagher's healing heals off every enemy hit. Since it's a debuff.
Yeah.
Gallagher, you're golden.
Yeah. And because of that, then just bring in Ron May and do fucking more break.
So anyone who does AoE damage can full heal off one skill, no problem.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they're not done explaining the boss yet.
Yeah.
So...
But already, this mechanic, I will be more surprised if it doesn't get nerfed after like the first week.
没错，作为死亡的化身，波吕克斯非常擅长操控生命，因此和他作战的时候
Pay extra attention to our team's HP when fighting against it. However, during battle, Trailblazers need to have allied characters quickly consume their HP and allow it to accumulate Desperate Bubble faster to enter the enhanced state.
等一下。
Hold up the logic. Okay. Why do we need to enhance this? See, it's a double-edged sword. After it enters the enhanced state, ally attacks will consume Desperate Bubble, and then you'll be able to restore your HP. When all Desperate Bubble is consumed, the dragon will take massive damage.
感觉是一场围绕生命展开的大战。
The life itself.
Luaka has great heals, but his uptime and max healing are lower than Gallagher, so he's mostly good for his AoE dispel, and of course Gallagher doesn't work well with waves of enemies.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to be low health, but you want to be low health because that way you want it to get into that enhanced state so that when you hit it, when everyone gets to hit it, it'll like essentially activate the crutch of that buff and hurt it as well, if I'm understanding correctly. Which is again why they're using someone like Blade in this as an example of an HP of a unit that consumes their HP. Another unit that could work, although Blade being is good here because also they want people to remember that Blade exists. technically, I'm pretty sure Firefly could work here too, because of their HP consuming thing. The only problem is later is her skill restores her health after she's used her ult. So, I don't know. But it feels like it feels like the battle's made for Mighty. If you have him, it's definitely with Mighty in mind.
Firefly only uses skill and yet takes none of it.
Yeah. Quickly consume their HP. Allow it to accumulate Desperate Bubble, faster to enter the enhanced state.
等一下，这逻辑不对吧？为什么要尽快强化敌人啊？
其实
It's also, I think, because in here, it's weak against weak, wind, quantum, and imaginary. That's also why they've got the types. That's also why they have Blade here. Its enhanced state is a double-edged sword.
状态呢，可以说是一把双刃剑。在进入强化状态之后，我方攻击会消耗冰死梦炮，
Ally attacks will consume, and then you'll be able to restore your HP.
当冰死梦炮
When all desperate bubble is okay.
其造成大量伤害。
I guess it also helps that Blade is getting a massive buff from what I'm told.
那波吕克斯呢？他在冥河中沉湎。
You get your health back when you knock it out and do a fuck ton of damage. So essentially, the fight seems to be let it fucking whack you, or use units that consume HP.
Easy enough.
In order to get it into the desperate bubble state. Then, once it's in there, everyone attack it, which follow-ups can be really good for that. But attack it. That way, you knock it out of that state. And when you knock it out of that state, not only do you get your health back, but you do a fuck ton of damage. Seems simple enough. Because not everyone watches the special program, a lot of people are going to complain about this. It always happens. They've literally explained how to do the boss fight. And watch still people not understand it and complain, and then they're gonna nerf it.
已久，浸染了浓郁的死亡气息，胆敢打扰他安眠的人都要做好心理准备。
那感谢老师们的介绍，感觉这次烛火的征程也没有那么简单啊。
确实是这样的。那就像之前提到的，眼下的烛火之旅深陷内忧和外患，英雄们的困境从来都不只来自外部，复杂的内政和人际关系也是诸多问题的导火索。在 3.2 版本的开拓任务中呢，有人试图在即将召开的公民大会上发起投票，去终止烛火之旅。
是谁？
一定是元老院干的。
感谢麋鹿老师给我们带来的精彩 cos。没错，就是元老院。那相信在之前的剧情中，大家也有感受，元老院会经常
Sorry, I had Twitch open on my phone still. I was looking over some stuff.
我记得在 3.0 剧情里面就有个叫凯尼斯的跳出来恶言厉色的威胁阿格莱亚。
没错，以凯尼斯为首的元老院反对派早已处处设下陷阱，还不断在暗中培养自己的势力。明枪易躲，暗箭难防。虽然无法与半神正面抗衡，但他们尤其擅长阴招，更善于煽风点火、借刀杀人。在他们得知了瑟西斯、欧洛尼斯两位泰坦已经陨落的消息后，便在元老院中大肆鼓吹烛火派已经走向末路，想要抓住这次机会，一举将烛火派彻底铲除。
那公民大会又是什么？凭什么能终止烛火之旅啊？
我来补充一下前情提要吧。每隔5至10年，元老院会在奥赫马的信仰中心和政治枢纽，也就是最庄严的会议场所黎明云崖举办公民大会。这里是整个奥赫马最接近富士泰坦科法勒的地方，保存着科法勒的火种。城邦代表们会在这里对翁法罗斯的重要问题进行投票表决，投票结果被视为翁法罗斯全体公民的意志。千百年来，无论是哪位管理者，都必须遵循公民大会的议程和结果行事。
不过反对派他干嘛要跟黄金翼过不去啊？烛火之旅是有什么问题吗？
这个问题就比较复杂了。如果从元老院的私心出发呢，凯尼斯等人是想要独揽大权的。他们觉得再创世这种事情完全虚无缥缈，比起为了这种事情白白牺牲，还不如在末世里面尽享荣华富贵。
另一方面呢，一些民众认为对翁法罗斯威胁最深的、陷入疯狂的尼卡多利已经被讨伐了，他们的生活渐渐归于平静。在这种情况下，大费周章的烛火之旅就没有那么必要了。
可是平静的生活真能这么轻易实现吗？黑潮才刚刚大肆入侵树亭，我不那么乐观。
我要是元老院的人呐，我就会一口咬定，根本没有再创世能够救世的证据。阿格莱亚和黄金翼都是骗子，相信还是会有很多人站在元老院这一边的。
那除了来自元老院的阻挠之外，其实在黄金翼的内部也不是铁板一块的。
哦，你指的是纳克夏吗？
没错。据可靠的信息呢，有人看到了纳克夏在黎明云崖和凯尼斯进行秘密会谈，似乎是达成了某种合作。
可是纳克夏身上还带着瑟西斯的火种啊，他这是要投敌吗？
话不能这么说。虽然纳克夏也是黄金翼，但他也始终觉得神域无凭无据，表示强烈质疑。在之前的公民大会上，他也总是对烛火之旅投下反对票。
在3.1剧情的末尾，瑟西斯说纳克夏早已经是一具尸体了。难道我们见到的这位是个幽灵吗？
在黑潮对树亭的入侵里，纳克夏与黑潮战斗到了最后一刻。瑟伊斯觉得他很有趣，就出手搭救，结果纳克夏就这么成了活死人。现在是单靠着泰坦的生命力量在人间逗留。
我注意到你用了“逗留”这个词
啊，没错，泰坦的火种对于凡人来说力量太强，强行植入本来就有风险，时间一长呢，甚至还有可能造成反噬。
没错，现在的纳克夏他就像一根被扔进大火的火柴，可以说他的生命很快就要燃尽了。
那这跟他想和元老院合作有什么关系？难道他想靠元老院的帮忙取出他的火种？
作为一名学者呢，纳克夏向来只忠于自己的研究，和元老院的合作能免去不少和阿格莱亚的周旋。在他生命的倒计时里，他在意的其实也只有我们究竟为何物，也就是生命本质的答案。
有意思的是，这也是瑟伊斯抛给他的试炼本身。如果纳克夏能够帮这位泰坦解明问题，那这位泰坦就会自愿消散，把身体还给纳克夏。
瑟西斯不是理性的泰坦吗？身为智慧的化身，怎么还要人类帮忙去解答问题呢？
理性嘛，并不意味着全知全能。神话中说，世界上所有的生命都是克法勒的造物，但纳克夏和瑟西斯都对此表示强烈的怀疑。
毒神的黄金叶与泰坦组队，总觉得接下来会发生很多意想不到的事情呢。
总之呢，在3.2版本的开拓任务中，我们将会直面死亡和理性2颗火种的问题。这2颗火种既与死亡的危机紧密相连，同时又和我们究竟是何物的真相密不可分。其中的内情呢，我们当然希望各位开拓者能在实际的游玩中亲自去揭晓答案。
TT老师又开始卖关子了
没有。那正所谓事在人为，想要知道蛱蝶和开拓者在斯提克西亚的遭遇，还有纳克夏和元老院的谋划，我们还需要深入了解这2位主要的当事人。
好的。那接下来让我们稍事休息，稍后会为大家带来3.2版本角色的相关讯息。
So Anaxa really right now is like, yeah, with his whole deal is he thinks the fucking flame chase is all bullshit and the prophecy is bullshit.
Even though there's like a god living in his head.
It's that thing of like that doesn't. The thing is.
No, I know, yeah. I know what it is. I know what you're getting at.
Yeah,
he's ignoring it.
Yeah, he's kind of ignoring it, and at the same time, the presence of the gods doesn't mean the prophecy is real.
Yeah.
At least that's what he's telling himself.
Yes.
He wants some kind of proof, but that wanting that proof might be a fallacy in and of itself.
Okay, show me what we're getting. Show me our kits.
His general idea is that just because the Titans are higher order beings than humans does not make them gods.
Yeah, essentially.
By the way, Squeaky, I know if we're going into the kits, just a heads up, from what I understand, our girl, Casterus, she got buffed, and unfortunately, Anaxa got nerfed.
I've heard about this, but I
They are
still
not
want to.
infallible, and just because they gave us a prophecy does not mean it's accurate or in our best interest.
I've heard about that their final betas, whatever they are.
I'm
That
not trying to
Anaxa.
deter you. I'm not
Not-
trying to deter you from getting an AXA.
I-
I'm just letting you know.
I his kit was never the issue. I just want him.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
With Casterus, she's all right. I like her. She's all right. Her kit is one of the reasons, at least the rumors about her kit are one of the reasons I actually don't want to get her. Because if it is true, it makes me really worry about where the game is going to go in the future. But
it is true. It is true.
And when it comes to their final betas, they did talk about her getting a buff and him getting a nerf. We'll see what that still means, because now we're going to actually get what the final kits are going to be. Because even with the betas, from the very last phase of beta, while usually it's fair to assume that that is what the final kit, it's still beta for a reason. They can still change it. So we'll see where it goes. Right now, even before I knew Anaxa was the banner after her,
Yeah, they also don't release bad characters, so Anaxa is going to be cracked either way.
Yeah, so that's gonna be that thing of, once we hear what's gonna happen, even before Anaxa was announced for the banner after Casterus, I was probably still not going to pull for her.
Right.
We'll see what happens though, because there have been people that have talked about the beta where they were even like visually they clearly favored working on Casterus more than Anaxa. And if true, sad, because I know that Casterus is also kind of the anniversary unit, and they want her to be really pretty, and they're very riding on her to sell. With how heavily, the fact that she is so heavily promoted so far out of all of the Chrysos heirs, it's they're counting on her to be the golden goose. Like, it's kind of crazy, and a little part of me is a bit sad because it's like they introduce like Aglaya as like the most important leader of the Chrysos heirs, even though they hardly count as a group. And then you have Treeby, who is the first demigod and has sacrificed the most, and is going to continue has been continuously sacrificing throughout this whole thing, and will probably be the most tragic, and currently is and will continue to be the most tragic. But nah, brah, Casterus. Nah, brah, Casterus. It's I don't know. I don't like when I don't like when games tell me that something is important, but then doesn't really back it up.
It's
with
very
how they
similar
present
to
things.
It's very similar to the way Acheron was promoted as the peak character for Penacony.
Yes, exactly. And funnily enough, I didn't give a fuck about Acheron either, and I didn't pull her. I skipped her and pulled for a Ventrin, and my life has never been the same. I look back, I don't regret my decisions.
Right? Yeah. No, Ventrin is a solid unit. I didn't expect that. I was pleasantly surprised.
You didn't expect a Ventrin to be solid?
I didn't expect to like him. I should say. I didn't expect to like him.
Can we talk about how beautiful the set is? Oh, it's beautiful. It's lovely. But
yeah, they know how to do their set designs.
The weird bit there is, why her though? Like Seal for 1.x and A Kieran for 2.x, those two make perfect sense, but Castro Rice is new and doesn't seem to have any particular reason to be promoted to this extent.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just purple is the patch color. Maybe it's just the rule they have. The purple girl gets promoted because that's the only thing they have in common. They're all purple. Purple girls.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't notice that.
The purple poster girl. The law of purple poster girl. The law of PPG. So now you know, guys. In the future, echo back to this in the very future, when 4.0 and 5.0, and it just continues onward. If in every fucking patch there's a purple girl, and she is front and center and just heavily promoted to the level Zila, Acheron, and Castris are, it proves the law. The law of the purple poster girl. Aglaya was right there.
Yeah.
The bitch doesn't even show up in fucking, like, she's literally Amnestia, the fucking goddess of love, and the bitch doesn't get a Valentine's Day promo. In Genshin, there is Raiden. Yeah, but she was the Archon, so it's like, definitely purple poster girl, but, like, she was also the Archon, so it's more Archon than the fact that she was purple. But yeah.
Right now we have a consistency.
Yeah, right now Star Rail has a consistent thing going on here. So I think it's I think there's more to it here with Star Rail. If in future, like, because again, how is it that Aglaya, the Chrysos heir with the core flame of the goddess of love and romance, does not get a Valentine's Day promo? Instead, Casterus does. Now, one can say that it's because
That's beyond ridiculous.
Because one can say that it could be because Aglaya was not received that well by some facets of the fandom. To which I say, fuck them. Fuck them. You just don't like female characters in charge. Because
Aglaya should have had a full-on Valentine's poster.
Like, that's that thing of most of Aglaya's backlash has been that she is essentially a female ruler that doesn't initially trust the Trailblazer, and in thinking about protecting her home and what's going on and ensuring the prophecy doesn't get fucked up, she has to test you. She has to hide some truths, and she can't be completely openly honest and trusting with you, and that's realistic. People don't like when the waifus have agency, apparently. Meanwhile, Castris is soft-spoken and polite and sweet and will do anything you ask and won't really object. And if she does, she's gonna hold it to her. She's gonna not say it because, she'll let you know if you specifically ask, because it's not her place to speak outside of term.
Ugh.
No, thank you.
I personally like her because I'm a sucker for kaijus.
But yeah, Hoyo community can't handle spicy
I'm really
characters
hoping
unless
she
it's
gets good moments in her story.
I'm really hoping for it because, again, I like Castris. I like Castris, but right now I don't see what the hype is about her. And this is before the giant dragon scythe shit. I don't care.
Yeah, to be fair, we're pretty early on in the story, so I'm expecting that Castris develops over the year, because we're supposed to be here for like a year.
Yeah.
So we have time.
He's not Naname, but she's pretty similar in utilization.
Namine, yeah. Cause that's the thing I'm just worried about. I'm really hoping that the story here, I'm still gonna keep my expectations reasonable, but I'm really hoping, especially because this is a patch where it seems to center it.
And lonely, though we have gotten a lot more character for her. I just want more.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping that the story, at least the part of the story that's going to be focused solely on her, is going to like really do the most it can with the time it allows me with her. Yes, the dragon is cool. Yes, again, beautiful character, interesting kit. We love a girl with an elegant white scythe. We mostly see edgy characters with scythes. So the fact that they're going a more beautiful, graceful, a more lighter pastel palette for this, love it. living for it. That's why I want them to do this right. I'm sad that I looked at her and I was like, I don't think I want to pull for you because they're doing Acheron again. Like, I don't want that to be like
literally Acheron again.
I kind of low-key want to regret not pulling for her because I like her so much.
I want her to cry and show some stronger emotion to break that porcelain mask.
Yes. I need her to emote. I need those emotions to come out. I wanna
Okay,
I
it
wanna
wasn't
see
just
it.
me that noticed that. Okay,
I
I'm
want
glad.
her to be more of a doll. I want more than a doll. I want her to be more than that. I essentially, even though like my initial thing is to skip her, here's the thing. I still have like over 200 pulls. And with the 100 that the patch is going to give us, that'll leave me at 300 pulls. The best case scenario is that I play this patch and I decide to pull for Castris because of it. Essentially, I want her to do an Aventurin. Don't be the Acheron, be the Aventurin. I hated Aventurin when he first was introduced in the story. I played his patch, I played his story, I played his kit. I fucking loved all of it, again, especially his story, and I've never looked back when I pulled him. One of my favorite fucking units. I want that for Castris. For me and for Castris. So we'll see. I'm really hoping the story can be, because again, I don't just want to pull characters because, well, I need them on my team because my team needs a blank. Because I don't care for them then. I want to like the character and play the and really just want to make them work because I like them. I want that for Castris. So
I think she's solid right now, but I want more emotions than Lonely.
Yeah.
She's cute. Lonely is very cute, but do more.
Yeah. So I want Pink Barbara. God, Hyacinth is so fucking cute. I wanna see what they do with Castris. I want to see if they can make me
Barbara yo.
I want to see if they can make me change my mind and pull for Castris. And if I lose the 50-50, then okay, we'll just save the guaranteed for an AXA. There we go.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, alrighty.
大家好，我是大家的老朋友，游戏设计汉子。我是游戏设计真真。
Hello again.
欢迎两位老师。现在也是在冥河边上了。
Yet I'm in a sad spot because the game told me specifically to suffer.
Why did it tell you to suffer?
So many characters I want are this patch.
Yeah.
今天我们可以在冥河一起聊天。
哎，不容易啊，大家也是一剑速通人生了呀。
那既然都到了冥河边上，我们不妨就
I want 4 of them and that's just not
在之前的剧情
possible.
中我们知道啊，蛱蝶生来就带有死亡之处的诅咒，常年与死亡相伴。
哦，没错，早在一个名为埃德里亚的
Oh, did we finally get? Hey, Melody Muse.
Who's that?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, hey, hi, who's that? Let's make a quick Google. Who is Melody Muse?
Man, I hope this doesn't show any fucking weird shit.
That's why we go on IMDb. Obviously Castris. They played Candace Crush in Honey Pop 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know them. They're relatively probably newer to the scene.
Yeah.
They played Galatea in Soul Hunters, whatever
Aren't
that
you
is.
in Honey Pop? Or was that Hayden?
Hayden was in Honey Pop 1. But they were in Honey Pop 2. And that's in 2021. So they've been voice acting for a while, but it seems they started breaking a little bit more in recent years. They don't have a lot of credits on IMDb. And it seems that Castris is going to be the big put you on the map role. That's another thing too with freaking Star Rail. We're not gonna
They
go
do a
to.
great job with Casto Rice, and this will probably be absolutely huge for them.
Oh no, this is their biggest role. According to, at least going by IMDb, this is their biggest role. This is the biggest role they could have booked yet. And that's another thing too. Now, and we're not going to go too into it because we're not going to talk about the strike or anything like that because that's been a whole hot button topic. But I am only going to say that when it comes to the voice actors, at least in this patch, or at least the voice actors for the characters that are coming out, I cannot blame them, especially if they're non-unions, for taking these roles despite the strike, because being a 5-star character in a Hoyo game is such a life-changing role.
Yeah.
I only know them from Crush Crush. Yeah. Been watching her catch up to Ampho. I think she was revealed a while ago because of the trailers. But this is one of those roles where now you've got a big
landing
thing.
a member of the Express crew or one of the headliners like Casto Rice is literally career defining.
Yeah, this is a career defining role. This will be I'm going to assume that she goes by she her unless stated otherwise. But this is a career defining role. This is good. This is the role that will put your name on the map, on a map. This is probably the biggest thing they've had the opportunity to work on. And will be the notch on their belt that helps them get their foot in the door.
Not even close.
Yeah, this will be the notch on their belt that will get them through so many more doors.
Yeah, and then you have like someone like Morgan Lorraine, who is so nice they used her twice.
Like that's gonna be
because he uses a 4-star and a 5-star.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing too. It's like, yeah, if you voice a 4-star, that's gonna be it's still a very, very wonderful credit to have. But unfortunately, with Hoyo games, the 4-stars just do not get as much love. They just unfortunately do not. Star Rail has been pretty gracious. The fact that we saw Yukong in a recent patch when the Zien show that she came when the Zien show that she was involved with was such a long fucking time ago, that we still that we saw a 4-star again. The fact that Mr. Rekka, who is rumored to be a 4-star, is still so hyped up and people are like, we don't care, we want him so bad. Like,
basically went from being a C and D list project actor to landing in a list headliner. It's insane.
Yep. I'd also say ZZZ. Unfortunately, I don't play ZZZ. So I don't know about ZZZ. But the point mainly being is not only is working in a Hoyo game, will also give you access to more Hoyo games, because now they've worked with you and they trust you. So you've built a name with the company, which means that you now also have a much easier time potentially getting into the other games, which only even just further stretches your reach. Again, this is a career-defining role. This actress just went from what people would consider, again, a lower, like, D, C tier, like, celebrity to B to A tier. This is going to shoot them to the moon. If they started, like, someone, Depot, you mentioned that you've been watching her catch up to Amphorius. She was I'm
this
sure
role is going to land her more roles, no question.
I am for certain that she started streaming. If she wasn't already, she started streaming because she got this role. And it's brought a ton of people to her channel, just like it did with the other Star Rail streamers that aren't Sayu. That aren't Sayu. I have to.
Ha 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 ha.
Like freaking Allegra Clark, Camden, like freaking Emily's son, I can't remember everyone by their name and I feel bad, but like all those Honkai, yeah, like all those Honkai Star Rail actors who streamed, freaking Howard Wang, who's a VTuber now, like they were also able to jumpstart a streaming career, which means that if something happens with voiceover, they have something to fall back on and cushion themselves. Like, this is a big role. And to throw that chance away for solidarity, while it is still a good cause, once the strike eventually resolves, they can't take back this role. Hopefully, it hasn't been given to somebody else by then. Because unfortunately, again, acting is a very, very oversaturated and competitive field. It is such a competitive field. The next role that you book could be the one that changes your life. It could be the difference between you doing this as a side gig on the weekends to it being your full-time job, and you being able to go to conventions and get the money and the financial profit that you get from that, selling prints and freaking doing all that stuff. It's literally life-changing. I can't blame people for being like, I'm not even in the fucking union. This is gonna get me healthcare. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
And that's something that I feel like when I've seen in the conversation, I no one mentions that. These roles are life-changing roles. When you're a non-union actor and you need fucking healthcare, and the union's on strike and not accepting new people or whatever the hell the union's doing right now, this is going to be what gets you healthcare. Or if you end up in the emergency room, this is going to help you pay that bill.
Yeah, no,
I don't blame them. I'm sure that it hurts them that they can't stand in solidarity with their fellow actors, but they need to pay their bills.
You should never give someone grief for trying to pay the bills, man. Just ain't right.
But that's all I wanted to really get into.
That's some serious solidarity there.
That was all I really wanted to get to. Fucking congratulations to Melody. She's been absolutely killing it as Casteress. And if anyone is looking down on her for taking this role and putting food on her table,
suck the fattest of dicks.
Fucking just look inside yourself and really think about why you're getting on somebody's. There are nicer ways to be critical. You can be critical and you can be polite. You can be critical and you can be professional. Doesn't matter what side of the fence you're at. It doesn't matter what side. You can be critical.
The one thing I'll say, I don't understand why anyone would blame them for not sacrificing their careers to stand in solidarity for a union that explicitly does not stand with them.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, that this is not the place for that conversation. Some of them will probably say that that's not how it is and that's an opinion led by misinformation, but again, I'm not here for that conversation. I'm just here being like looking at the most of the voice actors that are non-union. These roles can change their lives and have for previous instances. It has shown that a Hoyo role is a life-changing one. And I can't blame a non-union actor trying to break into the industry for turning that I can't blame them for accepting the role and going in to record and everything, despite what backlash they could get from it.
Yeah, no.
I know in the recent scandal, it's because of a recast, but again, it still goes back to a Hoyo role is a very career-defining role. Anywho. Once more.
Rant over.
Rant over. Casteress.
城邦侠蝶在那里就肩负起了行刑手的职责。
My main meaning is that they're asking them to give up something far greater than anything they intend to offer.
Yeah.
I know, but I know, but unfortunately, none of us are in
So
that.
I just can't fault them.
Yeah. It's that thing where unfortunately, we're not in the union. None of us are in the industry. We can't truly comment. I know I made a post on Twitter and on Blue Sky that got a couple of, more so the Blue Sky one, got more replies from several voice actors in the industry. And then some who shared statements by some voice actors, and it's a very complex situation. But yeah.
为很多囚犯带去过死亡。但我觉得他好像并没有对死亡习以为常，反而积攒了很大的心理压力啊。比如面对数体罹难者的亲人，霞蝶就难以说出死亡的事实。万迪曾向他提议利用不死之身牺牲自我寻找塞纳托斯，但他也拒绝了。
确实，因为就用霞蝶自己的话来说吧，死亡并不是一场游戏。在世间大多数人看来，死亡也确实是一件非常恐怖的事情。那很多人都会把霞蝶这种能力当成诅咒，然后把它视作可怕的怪物，所以不愿意去主动接近它。而与之相对的，霞蝶也不希望自己为人带去死亡，所以也养成了一个不主动与人接触的性格。
想象一下，如果我自带死亡的 debuff， 我也应该会。
Can you imagine that when people started getting previews of like Castros's model, people were like, she looks ugly? That changed really fast.
怀疑自己存在到底有什么意义？是不是会为别人带去灾厄？
是啊，
他们
走在路上也必须和所有活物保持5米以上的社交距离，连那些求抱抱的猫猫狗狗，甚至奇美拉他都不能触碰。
It's mostly the different in mood.
至少文字。
Yeah.
你说这倒确实，
这话倒没说错。不过呢，来到奥赫玛之后，霞蝶在这里遇到了一众黄金翼，他们的真诚相待和温暖接纳，让他在漫长的人生中第一次感受到了家的温暖。他也明白，虽然死亡的诅咒仍未解除，但是有这么一群志同道合的伙伴能够陪在他身边，对他来说已经是莫大的奢侈。霞蝶甚至还一度会尝试说服自己，说也许停在这里。
Her teaser image was severe and prideful, then her actual self is adorable.
然而，
Yeah.
来的一系列变故扰乱了霞蝶的思绪。提宝和万迪的决心深深。
I think it was supposed to give her more of an air of mystery, but yeah, it came out looking like someone more confident.
我想起提宝的预言：花海尽头，生者的魂灵将温暖如织之间。
没错。 在这个花海尽头，一场跨越生死的蜕变即将发生。只是蜕变往往也意味着非常沉重的代价。这是霞蝶曾经深深感到恐惧的命运，但是在接下来3.2的主线故事里，他会战胜这种恐惧，拥抱命运。
怎么这么就直接快进到了命运啊、代价这种沉重的词？能不能再聊点温馨的？
这得让我想想啊。 霞蝶在过去漫长的人生当中，其实培养了很多。
Okay, so she's 1,000 years old.
比如说，为了弥补她无法触碰这些小动物的遗憾，她会去做一些小动物的毛绒玩偶，每天晚上睡觉的时候也会。
Yeah, like Tribios.
Yeah.
除此之外，她还喜欢看看书。
Except she doesn't look like a child.
尤其精通文法罗斯的历史。
Yeah, that's for special reasons.
那所以她都写什么文啊？
That's also the case of she's not even a demigod.
自己去问问她吧。
哦。 我刚看到视频里面，霞蝶是有一条龙的，而且这条龙和我们前面介绍的那个 BOSS 的龙还有点像，这个是怎么回事啊？
之前介绍的波吕克斯，它只是死亡泰坦的部分残躯，而霞蝶的死龙本质上是异灵，它是经年累月的记忆结合温法罗斯的死亡神权凝结形成的力量。
Created from memories.
还不能为大家揭晓真正的谜底，那无论是死亡还是死龙，那都是霞蝶身上最重要的意象。
是的，所以我们直接把这条龙做进了游戏里了。对，在战斗中呢，死龙它就会撕裂空间出现，在接下来一段时间内，它会跟
Fights alongside your characters.
场上不光能看到
More to see on the field than just a dragon. Territory blanketed with glorious blooms. Oh wow!
这个境界同一时间只能存在一个。当死龙
Yeah,
行
look
动
at
时，会
Look at that.
Wait 1 second.
当死龙
In battle, only one territory can be present at any time.
Okay.
That means
Triby's territory cannot be.
neither does Robin's.
Yeah.
So you can't use, even though Treeby's in here, you wouldn't get Treeby's territory. You wouldn't get, Ron May wouldn't work here.
Go back.
Okay. Hold on. Netherwing rips through space to manifest. For a while afterward, it fights alongside your characters. There's more to see on the field than just the dragon. You'll also notice a quote-unquote territory blanketed with glorious blooms. In battle, only one territory can be present at any given time. So if I'm understanding what it means by territory, again, I feel like any...
Okay, I think this is a new thing.
Okay. You think it might be whatever this thing here is on the side?
No, that's it's HP.
Oh, it's HP. Okay, never mind.
Yes.
Because it isn't an effect applied to the map, it literally changes the map.
Oh, okay, maybe. When Netherwing takes actions, it'll use its own HP to blast Dragon Breath, dealing damage to all enemies. Trailblazer can control Netherwing's damage output as needed, unleashing everything in a powerful burst.
Looks cool.
Medium heat, high heat,
Since
literally.
I already know Triby and Ruan May's ULT field stack.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Casters can execute a joint attack with Netherwing. Also, whenever an ally HPs get consumed, Netherwing recovers, and both it and casters deal higher damage. Your teammates are threatened. Netherwing shields, protecting allies from oncoming damage. Detonates. Okay. Healing damage and healing.
That's fucking sick.
Ally loses HP. Castress gains a special charge when using her skill.
It literally disappears among a sea of butterflies.
Ha!
Illusions of the past.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
It's just New Zealand.
Yeah, no, yeah, I remember we did talk about that. Oh, that's funny.
So we just go bye-bye. Moon Cocoon Shroud the form.
It's steal but show don't tell.
Yeah. When ally loses HP, Castress gains a special charge. When she uses her skill, she also gains special charge while dealing damage to enemies. Until charge reaches its maximum, use ultimate. Oh, so when you use her outside skill, it summons the dragon at the beginning?
Oh,
when starting combat with her technique, Castress immediately summons Netherwing.
That's a sick way to open it up.
Ah, man, this is what I mean, where she's got, like, these crazy animations.
I've also heard Castro Rice is a more skill-oriented unit for people who prefer manual play, so I like that.
I like that too.
This is what I mean, though, with, like, the special animations that they gave her that were, like, they rumor where they gave her, like, really crazy animations. Like, that's how the battle starts. Instead of the usual glass breaking,
dragon rips out.
It literally, she even just gets a new battle start animation.
That's insane.
To be fair, that animation is actually super basic.
I know, but it's still the principle of it.
It just looks really cool.
Yeah. It's
I don't has any other character gotten this kind of love?
No, not to
No,
this
that's not
extent.
true. One Acheron.
Does Acheron have a whole new battle animation start?
No. When we were talking about this kind of love, because Acheron got like, because when Acheron's like E6, she gets like different animation styles, and in terms of like abilities and stuff. But she's the only other character that was given like until this moment.
Acheron's
She's the only one
ULT
that was given
animation
love.
crept the entire cast by a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
this is the
I remember.
first
I
time.
remember her alt animation was like, holy fucking shit! Like a lot of people were freaking out at how crazy it was. So again, Castris is the newest case of that, of animation, essentially animation creep.
Yeah.
It's just animation creep. Like they spent, and that's the thing too. Another reason. This is just not so much capitalism, but this is just business. If they spend a fuck ton of money on Castris to make her look this good, that's also why they need to promote her as much as they do. They need to make that money back.
Though to be fair, a lot of the Chrysos heirs have stepped up animations.
Oh, of course. Absolutely, of course. But even, again, this is still, like, almost a whole other level, though.
Yeah.
Territory has a haunting beauty to it. This realm fits Castris' personal aura perfectly. Just what we covered, Castris has another special ability. She can protect her allies from a fatal attack. During battle, if a team member takes fatal damage, they won't die right away.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
In this window, if these characters get healed or shielded, they'll make a recovery. When Castris isn't part of your active team, you can still activate this ability. It works even when she's not on the team. I mean, Castris has an intimate connection with the authority of death. In combat, she wants to delay death's arrival. The gentlest Chrysos heir indeed. So they kept the passive.
They did keep the passive.
They kept the passive.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, but I don't like it.
I was talking about it like for the past 2 days that they did keep her passive, and I was just like,
Aglia's enhanced basic is crazy. Triba's animations aren't as visually impressive but are some of the most intricate while animating 3 characters at once in regular movement, and then Mighty is, well, Mighty's animations are sick.
So they made a character. I was in the kitchen putting my dishes away. So they made a character that does a fuck ton of damage, has a brand new battle animation, heals, damages, protects people from death, even when they're not even in the team.
Correct.
Just by owning this one, you just get a get out of death free card. For
and therein lies the problem.
This is the biggest. I've never seen anything so overt in my life.
Here's the thing. Now here's the thing, because I've joked that getting a Venturin is just unlocking easy mode.
God.
But the revive isn't actually as impressive as it sounds.
Maybe not, but still, the fact that you don't have to have them in the team is the problem.
Because here's the thing. A Venturin, I've said many times,
global, which is the real issue yet.
Yeah. Now again, here's the thing. When I said a Venturin is easy mode, it's because his shield is just too fucking good. The thing is, though, the caveat is that he needs to be on your team, and to be on your team, you have to build him. You still have to put work. You can't just put a Venturin in your team and he will keep you alive. He is only as good as his kit. That can be said about every character. Point is, you have to build them. You still have to put some work into a Venturin.
Yeah.
Until we actually see her and stuff and see how her stats work, because I don't see how a revive has anything to do with her stats, but we never know. Castris is piss baby difficulty. And you just have to have her.
Just close your eyes, hit autoplay, go make a sandwich. That's it.
And that's the thing where it's like, I would forgive the global even just a little bit if it was like, and depending on how what Castrus's HP is or whatever fucking stat becomes how much you revive, how much HP you get revived by. Because it can be the difference between coming back with 500 HP to coming back fully healed. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. I don't know. And that's, at the very least, that...
From what I understand, and I could be wrong on this, her revive works once, brings you back with 1 HP, and you die automatically if you aren't healed to full in short order.
Okay.
They said shielded too, so...
Hold on, let me see. Let's go back. Castrus has another special ability. She can protect her allies from a fatal attack. I think she's saying this in terms of she's protecting them by bringing them back, and that it's not... During battle, if a team member takes fatal damage, they won't die right away. In this window, if these characters get healed or shielded, so you could either have your healer heal them or have a veteran throw a shield on. So they get healed or shielded, they'll make a recovery. Even when Castrus isn't part of your active team, you can still activate this ability. It works even when she's not on the team. Yeah. So she's a free revive, and then if you've got a good healer, like if you've got Gallagher, or even Laucha, who can maybe do emergency healing, or if you've got a veteran who can just throw a shield.
Yeah.
There's still a chance to get taken out right after then if you don't recover quickly enough. I feel like a player that knows what they're doing, that's with any competent player, which I know is only half of the Honkai Star Rail player base, but hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
With a competent player, that is not an issue.
No, it's not.
No.
Anyone who pays even a modicum of attention on how to play this game,
it's not on PAR with Bailu's revive, but it's still global, and that's concerning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
What's
on
the
top
cooldown
of
on that?
And that was another thing too. I'm maybe they're gonna explain this in a little bit, but also, does it have a cooldown? Is it
If it doesn't, why?
Is it once per battle, or is it just as many times as you want?
If it's as many times as you want, then there's some... They just really stop giving a fuck, huh?
It's gonna be that thing of you're going to essentially... It's gonna be that thing of, if it happens as many times as you want, it's going to be a potential soft lock for shitty players who can't beat a boss because they can't even die to get the game over. Yes, I know you can just pause.
It's once per battle.
Once per battle? Okay. I've been told it's once per battle. Okay. Okay. The possibilities of more global passives in the future is my issue. That's the big issue. Is what this is going to lead people to do for future characters. So in combat, she wants to delay, blah blah. The gentlest Chrysos air indeed. Discuss another character. There's gonna be her keeping up with, who's gonna go more in depth for each of her skills. And maybe they'll explain there that it's once per thing. It'll probably say like this has a limit. Plus to another thing, this is a bit of off topic.
I also don't think it's once per character per battle. It can impact the entire team if they all die at the same time, but it can only activate one time.
Yeah. Plus another thing about this bit topic, don't harass the VAs. We've already had that conversation. You probably weren't here before, Ribsona. The way without going too into it again, I've already said that I don't blame non-union actors for accepting these roles, because a Hoyo role, especially for a 5-star, is a career defining, life-changing role, as we have seen with previous Hoyo actors who were relatively unknown, and how they've been able to jumpstart streaming careers and go to cons and stuff, and essentially it's put them on the map. these are career defining roles, and I do not blame a non-union actor for taking them. Especially if it's what gets them healthcare because the union doesn't. So, because they're not union. So I absolutely under no circumstances should anyone be getting harassed. The economy sucks right now. We have bills to pay, and solidarity and a strike is all nice and on paper, and I'm totally down for AI protections and everything. It's something we should have. But at the same time, first off, you've got people in the union who are still recording for their respective Hoyo games, and I've not seen them get any flack aside from the fandom. They haven't gotten any flack from their fellow voice actors, as far as I know. And again, like, for the same reason of I need to put food on the table, medical bills, expenses, debts, and things like that. We got bills to pay. And unless someone is funding that for us, it's like we gotta work. We gotta work. It's unfortunate, but like we also can't assume everybody's life story. I wish they could all act in solidarity and get this stuff figured out. It's such a complicated, messy bag. And again, we've already had the conversation. We are not going back to it. We're done. The actors have been doing an amazing job. They deserve to get paid for their roles. They also deserve AI protections. But right now, especially in the case of non-union actors, it's either one or the other. They can't have both. And that resume needs to get filled out if they want to do this more. That's it. Oh, I was waiting for the VAs getting harassed and apparently receiving threats about Castro's global passive. I didn't know about that. That's
people.
What? I'm not surprised. Actually, I'm not fucking surprised.
Are people threatening actors because of what the game developers?
This always happens, Anthony. This happens even outside of games. Remember that one Star Wars actress that freaking got harassed and bullied because people didn't like her character? It happens.
Oh yeah, Rose Tico girl. The character, the woman who played Rose Tico. Yeah.
It just happens in general. I can't think of any other recent ones, but there have been recent ones where just for the actions of their character, the voice actors have been fucking threatened and freaking harassed, and it's so fucking stupid. Don't fucking do that. You're a fucking idiot if you do that. Leave the voice actor is literally just that. They're an actor. They're there to portray and bring the character to life. If they did so fucking well that you actually fucking hate the character to that powerful extent, you should be thanking them. You shouldn't be fucking harassing them. They did an amazing goddamn fucking job to elicit so much emotion and passion from you. Congratulate them for that. Don't fucking harass them. Oh my fucking god. I hate having this conversation every fucking time there's a character that has issues. And in this case, even more so, because the voice actor has no input on the fucking kit.
Yeah.
God, I hate fandoms.
Yeah, no, I
too
don't.
bad.
I despise fandoms. Fandoms.
This is why I don't hang out with none of y'all fucking fandom assholes. Y'all can't. I can't with y'all. An accent!
Let's get those endorphins up in a good way now.
Reminds me when people were attacking Joffrey's Game of Thrones Joffrey because his acting was just that good. Yeah, again.
Yep.
People can't separate fact and fiction. And again, that's a whole conversation we're not going to get into because that has so many rabbit holes, and I know me. People cannot discern fact and between fantasy and fiction, and they need to figure that shit out because that's a them problem. We're done. I want to see the pretty Honkai man. Look at that shit. What was that? I love that.
That was neat.
这个啊，让我想想。依瑟西斯所言，他的意识至多在生者的世界停留15个门飞时。
这么短？
用纳克夏自己的话来说，就解明一道题而言
15 days feels a little too long for
也未
solving
免有
a
些
singular
太长了。
problem.
不是，你前面2个回答一直在引用原文，这能减轻你的负罪感吗？这叫自欺欺人。
啊，对不起，对不起，毕竟纳克夏这个人嘛，非常有自己的主意和想法。大多数人最多也就只能像我一样，对他的话做一个简单转述。那至于他究竟在想什么，那就难以理解了。比如说，他一直在研究的炼金术，高深莫测，还主张人神同源，那简直是不可理喻。纳克夏毕生所求，
Goal and
便是通过
extra
炼金
his
术
life
探
too.
究生命乃至世界的本质构成，也就是所
Stephen
谓的
Fu, yeah, we already knew
生为
this.
何物这样一个问题。
Yes.
这一次，瑟西斯的火种和他融合，
Erudition, baby!
也给他启发了
Wind erudition!
不过理性泰坦
My love for the erudition class.
它和之前动辄大战几万回合的试炼比起来，是不是难度低了点？
但你想，理性之泰
He even comes with his little
试
oomfies.
炼的问题，那肯定非常有含金量的吧？黄金翼究竟是怎样的群体？而泰坦的本质又是什么？这些问题，我相信开拓者也非常关心，而他们都将通过纳克夏的研究得到解答。
I got distracted by conversation and didn't manage to finish the spamming in time. Damn our propensity to yap.
不过还有一点啊，既然纳克夏是不信神之人，为什么他还会愿意参与理性试炼呢？
就像他在 PV 里说的那句话一样，由凡人融合泰坦的灵魂，取而代之，那并非天方夜谭。纳克夏把试炼还有泰坦附在他身上的这个特殊状态，当成了一生难遇的一次机会。 什么试炼呀，什么泰坦呀，都是他揭开终极真理的过程罢了。
纳克夏这种求知精神的确令人敬佩，但悲观点说，特立独行、惊世骇俗的人，往往不为世界所容吧。我记得他的同僚们讥讽他为大表演家、毒神者、穿着华服的大地兽什么的。
纳克夏
Adroma's draped in finery.
同僚们的看法
Is that why he's got the little fucking drama kigu? Oh my god. There's like a little emoticon, like there's a little emoji of him and he's wearing like a little droma kigu. And it's so cute, and it's because the freaking people make fun of him and call him a Droma's draped in finery. Oh my god. And he's like, bet, I'ma wear this kigu. Fuck you, I'm smarter. Fuck you, I've got a doctorate degree.
I mean, fair.
Oh my god. Droma's draped in finery. The critics completely miss what makes Droma so charming. Classic conforming mindset not worth explaining. They're charming. These dramas are perfect listeners. Like when you need to practice a speech before presenting it. They're perfect companions. Because has collected numerous Dromas themed items. He wears Droma's pajamas to bed!
Wow.
Oh my god, he's a dinosaur kid! He's a dinosaur kid!
I look how
Enjoying
likable he
comfortable
is.
Enjoying comfortable rest with his Droma's plush companions. He loves them. He's a
Droma plushie.
He's the new Ratio! He's Ratio with the duckies!
Oh my god, that's why him and Ratio are rerunning at the same time!
Oh my god, it all makes sense!
Does it?
Yes, actually.
Yeah!
Yes, actually.
Yes.
Amazing.
Because Dr. Ratio, his whole big thing, like, even though it's not on him personally, a lot of like side content and promotional material, and even his light cone has rubber duckies. And rubber duckies have also been
teachers with doctorates who are assholes with hearts of gold.
Mm-hmm. And again, Ratio is shown a lot with rubber duckies. And with the simulated universe, they also have like the geniuses in the shape of rubber duckies. And there's also just the connection that you see a lot with geniuses and rubber ducks. I had read, so I don't know if it's true, that rubber ducks are also pretty common with the symbolism of a duck is very synonymous with geniuses, but at the same time it's also sometimes synonymous with autism and the spectrum. because most people that are geniuses are in some way, shape, or form on the spectrum.
They even both have blonde companions they fucking hate but also have clear romantic tension with.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then there's a Glaya. And then there's a Glaya and a Ventrin, yeah. Yeah. Wonder if they'll be bath buddies.
Oh my god.
Although at the same time, though, so far with Aglaya and Anaxa, despite their titans having romantic connections, they very clearly hate each other. Like I love the fucking meme art of Anaxa and like freaking Aglaya getting on each other. The most recent one I saw was where like Anaxa goes into like is in an elevator with Aglaya, fucking Cabot dons her, presses all the buttons, and then walks out. Just Cabot dons her, gives her the most fucking.
And I love how much, oh, the girls are fighting, we get when they're both on screen.
Oh, absolutely. But heckin', no, their dynamic is very, very clearly hate. And with Aventurin, when you look at his whole thing with Ratio, he very clearly is very attached to Ratio and admires Ratio. Whether you want to see it romantically or not is up to you. He also feels that way about the Trailblazer because, of course, it's the Trailblazer. But there is definitely a dynamic going on with Ratio and Aventurin that the game also does kind of like lean in on. But yeah, no, he's just Ratio. He's just Ratio, and he's a dinosaur kid, and you know I love dinosaurs. That's so fucking cute. He's like, Dromas are perfect.
在纳克夏看来，大地兽是非常好的倾听者。那比方说呢，上台做分享之前想找个陪练顺顺词儿，他就非常合适。纳克夏还买了很多。
Numerous Dromas themed items. He wears Dromas pajamas to bed. Drink comfortable rest with his Dromas plush companions. Ain't he the ultimate Dromas fan? He loved. I love that they didn't have to make that fact. They didn't have to make that canon. He sleeps in Droma pajamas.
I like how under almost every one of these characters is like some goofy, very human thing they all do.
His Droma plus highs.
It's with his Droma. It's the Gap Moe. It's the Gap Moe. Yes.
I want to imagine this right now. Before every lecture he goes to, he practices in front of Dromas.
Well, yeah. That he said they're really good. He said like he believes that Dromas are very good listeners and and likes and thinks that they're perfect for practicing speeches in front of because he does that.
That's awesome.
Because he does that.
Yes.
So
God damn it, you're making me want to pull for him again now. Ah.
I was like, again, I knew it. I was like, I like this guy. I want him. He's gonna be great. He's gonna be great.
He and Aglia are exes, and Aglia said it's me or the Dromas, and Anaxes said, okay, get out then.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why they hate each other.
Oh.
I like to think he retells the story like she told me to choose between my Dromas and her. It was really difficult lugging all of her luggage out of my house.
Her luggage was really heavy.
Why did I use the Dromas? Why would I make them work for that?
The fuck? What did they do with it? They have nothing to do with it. Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Why would I punish them?
They're just bitter exes because it's me or the Dromas. God, fucking damn it!
Your love is temporary. The Droma's love is forever.
纳克夏是那个特殊的不敬神之人。
这个嘛，每个时代都会有人格格不入，对惯习发出质疑，成为世人眼中所谓的疯癫者。当然，说起最初的最初，纳克夏走上炼金术这条道路的契机，那还是因为我们温法罗斯的万恶之源退潮，他因此也失去了许多宝贵的东西，所以才走上了这条道路。
展开说说。
在前瞻这个节点上，我们还是不能这么直白的剧透哈。那不如请汉子老师给我们讲讲纳克夏的技能吧。 他的技能表现也和他的人生经历，还有
Connected to his life experience as well as personality and personal vibe.
首先，纳克夏是一个
Straightforward
一
and
针
has a
见血
cutting
严
way
丝
with
细腻的人。
words.
那么敢和纳克夏为
And
敌，
against
必
him
然
we'll
会被
find
遭到很多的弱点，
basic
即便没有
attack.
弱点，也必然会被纳克夏安上弱点。所以呢，在
In
战斗
combat,
中，
every
纳
time
克夏
Anaxa
每
hits
次
an
用敌人的时
enemy,
候，都会给敌人
a
随机
random
增加一
weakness
个
is
弱点。
inflicted on
好，
that
那么
enemy.
纳克夏可以给
Is
敌
it
人
possible
加
for
很
Anaxa
多
to
的弱
inflict
点呢？
several weaknesses
当
to
然
one
可以，
enemy?
并且当敌人身上弱点足够多的
Of course, once an enemy... Wait, hold on. So wait, did he inject first? Okay, so he
即便没有弱点，
injects.
也必然会
Yes.
被纳克夏安上弱点。所以呢，在
Oh,
战斗
but he
中，
added a random one. Okay. He added an
Yeah.
ice one.
纳克夏
Mhm.
每次击
Every
中
time
敌人的
Anaxa
时
hits
候，
an
都会
enemy,
给敌
a
人随
random
机增
weakness
加
is
一个弱点。
inflicted.
啊，那么纳克夏可以给敌人加很多个弱点
That's
吗？
his basic.
当然可以，
Yeah, that's
并
that's
且当
just
敌
through his basic.
人身上弱点足够多
Accumulates
的时
enough
候呢，
weakness. In this case, now he's applied wind and probably applied fire early on.
No, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
啊，纳克夏还会
This
给敌
wasn't
人切
mentioned.
Anaxa will place them in a special state called qualitative
一个
disclosure.
叫质性揭露的特殊状态。纳克夏对这个
Enemies in
特
the
殊状
state
态
take
的敌人
increased
的防
damage
御
from
会提高
Anaxa.
对他们
When
受到
Anaxa uses
恐怖的
basic
破
or
绽之后，
skill.
还会额
Ooh.
外追加一次
Extra
复
free
活
skill
战
is
绩的
triggered.
是的，打一送一，打一送一。
Strike
那
one,
如果
second
敌人
one
涂上的
free.
弱点
But only
足够多
triggers
的
after
时
enough
候才能
weaknesses
进
are
入特殊状态
inflicted.
的话，是不是效率
Won't
有
that
点
take too
慢呀？
long?
不会的，
Not
因
really,
为呢，
because
在
when
西
using
方
the
终结技的时
ultimate,
候啊，纳克夏就能使
Anaxa
敌
can
方
instantly
全体
place
陷入
all
一个
enemies
升
into the
华的特殊状
sublimation
态。
state,
在此期间呢，敌人会直接被
which
加满7个
they
弱
can
点。
also be inflicted with 7
Oh.
weaknesses while the state is
好
present.
震撼的一串弱点。
Oh.
升
Holy
华状态
moly.
下，敌
So in
人能使
sublimation
得犯
state,
贱
enemies
人
are turned into
心碎的效果啊。
semi-transparent
是的，
constellations.
虽然他自称已经
Oh,
强弱书生，
even though he
但搞
claims to
研究的
be
嘛，肯定
the
是
best
有
Okay,
researcher
so
of...
fuck
实
anyone
力的本
saying
质。
Castle Rice animation mocked Anaxa.
Yeah, no, holy shit, this
Look at this
animation,
shit.
though.
Holy
You know what it kind of
crap.
reminds me of?
He
Mm,
distorted the
It-
enemies.
But you know what his animations remind me of?
mm,
They remind me of Fu Xuan.
That's right.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Yeah.
They remind me of Fu Xuan.
7个弱点。
好震
Holy shit. Again, and just that is fucking beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I'm
it's
sorry. I like
wild.
Castro's has some pretty animations, but they were like, we can't sleep on an Axa. They did well. They're doing great here.
I'll be real. It was the dromas. It was the dromas that are making me reconsider now. If I didn't know that about him, I would still be on the fence. Now I'm more off the fence and just like I should.
he just has dinosaur autism. It's the dino autism.
Dinotism.
He's that one
Dinotism.
fucking kid from Jurassic Park.
He's the Jurassic Park kid. He's a Jurassic Park kid.
And Fuxuan is considered to have no question the most impressive ULT of the 1.x characters.
Mm-hmm. Ah, fuck.
是不是效率有点慢呀？
Does it want to take too long to inflict all? No, because when using the ultimate, he just puts them on everybody.
就能使敌方全体陷入一个叫升华的
He
特殊状
says,
态。
"Fuck you.
在
This
此
is
期
taking
间
too
呢，
long."
敌人会直接被加满7个弱点。
好震撼的一串弱点啊！升华状态下，
Oh my
敌人
god.
Enemies are turned into
升弱效果
semi-transparent.
了
With Anaxa on your team, you can pretty much
You
run
get
anybody.
5 boot hills.
You can run anybody.
I mean seriously, that animation isn't just visually impressive, it's way more technical than Casto Rice.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Okay.
It puts a whole other
It
texture,
folds, rotates, and sleight of hand the fucking map.
and then it like also like affects the texture on the enemies.
Yeah.
Enemies are turned into semi-transparent
虽然
constellation.
他自称一介
Yeah,
And they're not moving anymore.
但搞
Yeah.
研究的嘛，肯定
He's definitely
擅长
skilled at
解读
uncovering the
事物
true
的
nature
本
of
质，
things,
其中也包括敌人。
and that
对了
includes
我看
enemies.
他使用的武器是霰弹枪。
All right, I
感
noticed
觉
he was
不
using a
是特别
shotgun. That
的
doesn't seem like the
能用一些
stereotypical
特殊
alchemist
会用的武
weapon.
器这有什么说法
What's
吗
the story behind that?
功法螺丝
Nefarious
命中
alchemy is a
是一种
remarkable
非常
advanced
超
research
前的研
method.
究方法，所以纳克夏
Well,
的武
Naxa's
器
weapon is
属
a
于
modern day
中世现
firearm,
代乐武器，由此来
which
展
shows
示
his
它
characteristics
生
of
死
being
的
ahead
一
of
个
his
特质。
time.
哦，我看终结技那一
I saw his
是
ultimate
从他的
starts moving
眼睛
from
开
his
始的
eye.
那个下
What
的
happened
眼
to
睛是
Anaxa's
什么
eye?
前面说了嘛
A
这
break
个
action
飞跑
shotgun,
拿下是
which is the coolest part of the animation IMO.
Yep.
It's a break action.
Nexa lost many precious things back then. That eye is among what he lost. However, that very experience also enlightened him, and so Nexa became even more determined to delve into the research of souls and the essence of the world. In his own words, I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever. Nexa's personality made me feel that it wasn't necessary to harbor any sympathy or sentiment for him. He really is one tough cookie. They didn't show us his overworld ability. I guess that's
No,
nothing.
they did not.
They didn't. I'm guessing it's just gonna be maybe. I'm gonna assume until the keeping up with Star Rail that it's maybe just if you hit in the overworld, he just already implants an additional weakness onto people and it's random. Because that seems to be his thing, is that he is weakness implant.
He is Silverwolf. He is fucking Boot
He is
Hill.
Firefly.
Just
He is
all of
Boot
them.
Hill. He is Silverwolf. He is any character that has ever implanted weakness. He is all of them in that aspect. But because of that, he also works. He can work really well with them because again, now he just he puts physical implant with his alt or with his skill. Boot Hill's job just became so much easier. And things like that. Alright. Casterus. First half. Turles can acquire Casterus. The drop rate will make farewells more beautiful.
Casterus animations are visually stunning but are actually pretty simplistic in terms of rigging. Just has incredible mood lighting and cinematic concepts.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Anaxis actually has a technical feel.
Yeah.
He has insane animations, but Anaxa does not fall behind.
Yeah. Okay, so Fugue, Jiaoqiu, and Acheron.
Yep.
God damn it. It's like...
黄泉将同时复刻。限定5星光锥，长路终有归途。那无数个春天，行欲流逝的岸也将会复刻。在3.2版本下半的跃迁活动中
And I want both foxes so re.
Life should be cast to flames.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like looking at their light cones.
Make farewells more beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that, yeah, wow, hers is...
It's a very pretty light cone, but that's it. It's just pretty.
Yeah.
It's just Casterus in a pretty pose.
Yeah, it comes to light cones for men versus women.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something Lynn and I talked about too, where it was like, when it comes to the girls' light cones.
Women have incredibly pretty portrait arts.
Yeah, they have very, very, very pretty, very cute, very
Men
flattering.
get poetry put to canvas.
Yeah.
概率将会得到提升。除此之外，在3.2版本的上半
Another example, again, here's Fugues,
giving us the
a very, very pretty,
还会开启特殊的跃迁活动。
a very alluring kind of feeling. Jiaoqiu, this one is actually really nice too. This one's just pretty. Those many springs. I actually never saw his light cone, which is really funny.
Neither have I.
黄泉将同时复刻。
I know what it does, I've just never seen it.
Yeah, he gets a female style cone. Baby girl be baby girling.
Yeah. And then funny enough, Acheron here gets
and
what
Acheron gets a poetic one.
Yeah, Acheron gets what the males usually get, a very poetic one along the passing shores.
Acheron, you always come out at the most inconvenient of times for me.
They do it on purpose, I fucking swear. And then you have Anaxa, which again, it's there's something symbolic here about all these arms reaching out towards him. And what I'm guessing here is the core flame. The universe.
I like how the blue, there's that little bit of blue, and then there's that all of that orange, that red orange. I like his icon a lot.
I'm a little sad I never got.
And then Anaxa here with grasping arms, flame in his hands, and how the hands are reaching for the flame but also his neck.
Yeah.
Yep. 1,000 little tree branches out to strangle him.
Like, I'm sad I didn't get Sunday's light cone because I was worried about wasting pulls that I could use on the Herda. I definitely want to get Sunday's light cone because it also is a very beautiful light cone.
Sunday's cone art is insane.
It's very, very lovely.
have no idea
There's
what it
so much symbolism in Sunday's light cone. You don't remember what it looks like?
I've never seen it.
Oh wow. Okay, 1 second.
I didn't pull for Sunday. I didn't pay attention to him or his light cone, so I have no idea what it looks like.
This is his light cone.
Oh,
Nice cone.
that
Yeah.
looks cool. I like that.
There's a lot of symbol, like the male light cones, like again, every once in a
Man
while,
holding the fall of his former self in the palm of his hand.
like there is every once in a while you have a male character get a pinup
While crying with an otherwise cold expression.
Yeah. There's every
Absolute poetry.
every once in a while, the males get a pinup-y pretty light cone. Just like every once in a while the girls get a nice, very artistic, a very poetic, deeper meaning light cone. And Sundays is it says so much. Because yeah, like Lynn described, he's catching his former self looking very cold and apathetic, albeit crying. It shows how much regret he has, how much inner turmoil and hatred towards himself that he feels. How much he's holding himself accountable for his mistakes while also lambasting himself for letting those mistakes happen in the first place. So much about Sunday's character can be seen in this light cone. So much. Like,
That's really good.
When it comes to their light cones, like when it comes to some of the light cones that most of the men get, and again, occasionally some of the women, they tell so much of a story about the character. Again, freaking Castris looking pretty.
A lot of male cones are things you want on a poster.
Like, yeah. Like a lot of the girl, like Castris's light cone, again, it's very pretty, but she's just posing there demure with flowers and butterflies. What does it tell me about Castris? It doesn't. It's just a cute picture. Again, freaking fucking Fugue looking back like, oh my god. And her tails and her kimono, oh my god. Like, what does that tell me about her?
Shoulders.
Like, it doesn't tell me much. But like but most of the light cones in some way, shape, or form tell something of a story. They tell you something of the character, or at least they try to. And again, the really good ones are the men get some of the best fucking light cones.
The most poetic girl cones we get are Akiran and Doll Herda, and Doll Herda's is a 4-star.
Yep.
You can even see the chain behind Sunday. It's not a chain, but you know the one of those like homunculus things, the one that carries like a pipe. It's one of the enemies you fight. It's behind the arm is behind him. If you look to the upper left.
That's his halo.
No, not that. Oh wait. Oh okay. Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot he had a halo.
That's his halo.
That looked like that looked like one of the other homunculus.
I know which ones you're talking about, the past, present, and future ones.
Yeah, it looked like the past one.
Yeah, no, that's his halo. No, that's okay. Yeah, he's coming back with just ratio. No, they're the ducky. They're the duck.
They're the special kids.
Yep.
And the funny thing with ratio is that it's literally a pin-up.
Yep. Ratios is also a pinup.
But still falls under characterization. It's him in a bathtub with a book and his duckies.
Yep, and there's roses. So it kind of
No.
it kind of gives an air of like lavish luxury, maybe even vanity to an extent. You were saying, Anthony?
It shows you his
We-
sensual side while basically telling you what this man is about.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we sure this guy isn't from a fucking Enforus?
We've talked about that many
Awesome.
times. Yeah, he has the vibe, and there's even an enemy that looks very reminiscent of him. But as
Really
far
got
as we know,
morals in
he's
his
not.
hair like a Goliath.
But as far as we know, he's not from Enforius.
Yeah. Which is very strange.
Especially how he looks at you like, what do you want? He's
Mhm.
not remotely ashamed of being looked in on bathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
限定5星角色真理医生和限定5星光锥，
He knows what he's about.
也将会复刻。
那在3.2版本还有有趣的
Exciting
版本活
version
动带给
events
大
to
家
share with
首
everyone.
先是全名为抱抱
First
碰
up,
碰
we
大
have
乱
the Seal Slammers. So dong fun. Seal bumping dual
斗
challenge.
的水上小海豹冲撞
Oh, you got a Dominion! Get a little, the
chim-
little
It's a
Chimera!
chimera in a hat.
Oh my god!
战的抱抱碰碰大作战，本次抱抱碰碰大作战由阿格莱
This
亚
will be
独家冠
sponsored
名
by
赞助，
Aglaya.
希望让所有
The organizers want everyone to join the fun on baby seal
没
ramming.
有压力。
哇，贝老师这个暴露
Baby
水
seal
平非常
rally
高明啊。那我们不如还是直接讲讲这个比赛规则吧。
抱抱碰碰大作战由
Consists
多
of
个
multiple
赛程组成
stages.
开拓者需要通过小组
Sounds
like
淘汰
bumper
赛
cars.
冠军争夺赛3个阶段的赛程，夺
It
取
does sound like
阿
bumper
格莱亚
cars.
赞助的金海报杯。在每场比赛中，敌我双方会轮流行动。
Oh, yeah.
每次
Oh,
行动
it's like
开拓者
Jack's
都
mixed
可
with
以
bumper
使用
cars.
海报对敌方发
Not
射
Jack's,
攻击
marbles.
小海豹发射的方向及发射的
Yeah,
角
knock
度
the other
都会
marbles
被
out.
限制。开拓者需要尽可能碰撞更多的敌方单位，造成更多的伤害。
Oh.
在战斗中，开拓者还可以选择争议，为小海豹升级，进一步提升作战能力。撞翻对方
Bumper
的
car
海豹
billiard
可以得分，
Yeah.
先满分的一方就能获得本局比赛的胜利了。
哎，我看这些小海豹啊，长得还都不太一样啊，这有什么区别呢？
有的区别很大，不同的海豹拥有不同的技能，能为战斗带来不同的帮助。每赢得一场比
哦
赛，开拓者就能获得一定数量的海豹币，使用海豹币就能够
For
兑
more
换
baby
更多的
seals.
小海豹，扩充自己的战斗库了。
哦，所以抱抱碰碰大作战中，为什么会用了一只奇美拉呀？
啊，这个嘛是听说开拓者要参加这个比赛，风景专门送来的一只奇美拉泡泡
Called
加入了我们
Bubbles
的
to
队伍
join our
虽然
team.
泡泡不是抱抱，但是实力依然不可小觑。开拓者
The fucking
打着放
Pokemon
心跟泡泡一起组队，战胜其他抱抱。
没错，合适的伙伴
Partners
是取胜
key
的
to
关键。
victory.
伴随着比赛进入后段，比赛的
It
场地
looks like
也
her
可能
name
会
would be
发生变化
Susan.
比如可能会多了一些尖刺围墙什么的。
Bubbles
面
looks
对
like
这
a
样的情况，
Susan.
开拓者需要利用好选手们的优势，选择合适的队员出战，打败对方。
啊，没错，一些黄金一朋友也会
That
加入
one
到
got
这场比赛
battered
当
and
中成为我们的
Yeah.
游戏对手。而除了黄金之外，开拓者在游戏中也可以自由挑战，和其他游戏好友互
Okay,
相碰碰。
I have to point it out.
那这次连
Hmm? Hmm?
Bubbles is also the name of the Warp Trotter default in Ethereum Wars.
That's
Ah.
right. Oh my
Hmm.
god, I forgot about that. That's actually
小
oh.
鸟对对碰
That's
开放
fucking
了一个
funny.
版本，时间
哦
太短
Origami
了
bird
对
clash.
就是我们也关注到了开拓者对联机玩法的一些反馈。这场抱抱碰碰大作战也将不止在3.2版本开放，开拓者可以有更长的时间和朋友一起碰
Okay.
嗯，碰碰。
哎，跟你报了。
哎，等等等等，先别报，我还没说完。在活动中，开拓者也可以获取泡泡作为跟
As a
从奖
pet.
励，可爱吧？
Isn't it cute?
好，那介绍完可爱的抱抱，接下来
But my
是
Tusk
3.2版本的战斗活
purr.
动星芒启明。
Morning
不知道大家
Starlight.
还记不记得先前的一个活动叫星芒战幕，
Previous
还
event
有
called
另一个
Stellar
活动
Flare,
星
and the
芒
one
突
called
变
Stellar Shimmer.
记得我对星芒系列活动印象还蛮深的，什么阿兰一直开大呀
Really
苍龙
keeps
持
using
续
his
折射
ultimate
啊
as
之
your
类的
dragon continues to cleanse the
娱乐
world.
老师记性不错啊。那么得益于开拓者之前的测试帮助呢，星芒系列的研究成果颇丰。这次和之前一样，在版本活动星芒启明中有不同的战斗关卡，每个关卡具有一些独特的机制。
Okay.
然后开拓者就可以
Yeah,
利
these
用这
ones
个
are
机制
fun.
选择
Yeah, these
合适
ones
的
are really
角色
fun.
组建队伍，在有限的轮次内呢，尽可能击败更多的敌人，获取奖励了。
看来这次的挑战机制和适用角色的阵容又会扩充了。
Trial
期待一下。
characters, can't wait to see
期待
what's
一下。
next. Usually they want you to use the trial characters.
还有一些系统优化带给大家。在3.2版本，我们新增了
Auto salvage
分解功能，开启之后4星及以
Or
下仪器。
Oh my god!
What?
I'm surprised. I was like, I'm
Thank
surprised
you.
you didn't react to that before I did. Okay.
Auto salvage.
Auto salvage.
What?
So, besides the version event, version 3.2 brings some system optimizations for everyone. So they've added the auto salvage function.
Wow.
So now, if you get any you can essentially, again, auto salvage and finalizing relics. You can essentially make it so that you don't. It just shaves off work. Just don't waste my time. We've added a new auto salvage function. Once enabled, 4-star and lower relics will be automatically salvaged upon acquisition.
Thank God.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, that's so much work gone.
That's big. Making sure no more inventory space is taken. Super useful, like Inventory Management Master. As for 5-star relics, we've added the new Smart Discard feature.
What?
This helps Trailblazer further filter out those subpar relics.
Oh my God. I think I know what they're going for.
Based on relics to be discarded, based on player data, choose if any of the following requirements is met. Main stat, not suitable for any recommended character. Subsidiary stats, effective occurrence count, 0 enhancements, 1 or fewer. So you can filter them out by if you've enhanced them before or not. 1 or fewer. Because they've probably noticed that when it comes to the 5-star relics, people will only enhance them once to fish out the other stat. And then after that, discard it. So now you can filter those out and get rid of it. That's why it says 1 or fewer.
Okay, this is going to help me clean my inventory of the hundreds of things I just don't want to spend hours filtering through.
Yeah. And then this is the one where I'm not quite sure it's going to be as good as it sounds. Not suitable for any recommended character. I'm assuming that if you check this, it'll ask you what character are you looking for. I need to see how it does this part.
I feel like it would just be better if you were like, "Hey, I want
Just the
discard
bottom.
stuff that doesn't have crit rate, or like crit rate, crit damage, or HP, for example."
Yeah, not suitable for
and then the
any.
rest filter out.
Yeah.
开拓者可以自主选择是否需要分解。没错。
That's right.
那么功能的具体
For more detailed information about these feature, Trailblazers can check out the official announcements after the live
Yet if
stream.
it lets us select units manually, that would be great.
Yeah.
If it's only based on what their internal system says is recommended, that's an issue.
Yeah, it depends on how that's the thing. But apparently they have a post. They made a post after this that explains it better. I will probably look into that after stream. Not today.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Take a short break and resume when we're back.
Oh my God, that's a huge fucking announcement.
Yeah.
we haven't gotten to the end yet.
欢迎回来，我是主持人麋鹿，又见面了，我是游戏设计阿成。
开拓者好，我是游戏运营小小宝，很高兴再次见到大家。
大家好，我是烧鸡。
欢迎。
这一次
Fucking you're back
我们准备了新的造型，风格是
其实这是帕姆准备的，经常表示嘛，3.2版本是周年庆版本，希望大家都契合一下节日的氛围。
Mister, it's gonna be a happy time in 4
那下个月也即将迎来我们崩坏星穹铁道。
Yeah, this is gonna probably be like out of game stuff now.
的活动吧。
这次呢，有人向列车组发来授权申请。
That's just every time I see him now, I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna tell me now?
I don't know what you're talking about. Penacony was so wholesome.
模拟经营游戏，开拓者可以作为测试用户。
Just users and copyright holders.
在新铁 Word 中，开拓者
Star Rail World Tour to team up with
合
old
作举办一
friends.
场跨越星
Oh yeah, the anniversary game.
就是发挥经营实力，多赚钱，提升
That'll be
会场等级
interesting.
让展会变得更加热闹。
没错，新铁 World 中具有不同的展位，大家之间的不同势力。开拓者可以邀请我们熟悉的伙伴们担任助理，经营展会。随着赚取的资金增加，开拓者可以解锁更多的展位，也可以邀请更多的伙伴帮忙，赚取更多的资金。
那有没有什么能提升赚钱速度的方法？
当然有啦！开拓者可以通过会场等级提升获得增益，还可以逐渐解锁新科技，获得加成 buff。但赚钱这事儿嘛，最重要的还是要养着伙伴呀。正所谓出门靠朋友。不同的助理伙伴适配于不同类型的展位。
Wow, there's a lot of characters.
比如说，当花火登场时，就可以使趣味类型的展位收入提升。
When Sparkle comes through.
非常符合人设的意义。
确实如此。
那除了小小婉老师提到的内容，在一些助理伙伴间还会存在特殊的羁绊加成效果，比方说团结的实心3人，或者星期日和知更角兄妹之间都存在羁绊，让激活羁绊的角色一起在展会内经营，也是提升营收的好方法。
他们喊着什么羁绊啊、命运啊、友情都冲到了展位里面。
没错，那么更多组合就请大家在游戏中亲自挖掘了。
说了这么多，我们的列车长帕姆呢？
别担心，怎么会少得了帕姆？这次啊，帕姆不仅会担任游戏引导员，还会给助理们送来快递，帮助我们更好的经营。除了帕姆，一些熟悉的老朋友也会前来展会拜访。
Meanwhile, what I'm seeing is they made chibi sprites for every character, which means they'll be able to do a lot more events with them later.
Well, the thing is, they kind of already did because of the keeping up with Star Rail stuff. They have, so it's the chibis that are used for that.
Yeah.
They're just in the game now. Let me get some water really quick. I don't know what it is with my throat that I'm coughing so bad. I think something like went down it when I was eating. Just 1 second.
I want them to give us a 2D side-scroller event with them.
That'd be funny.
Let us play a silly platformer with them.
I've just been doing yellow quests in 14 while I've been waiting. Getting some of the side stuff out of the way. The follow-up quest for the
From what I'm seeing here from this mini game, it seems like a con management. It's definitely it's a business management.
然后可以获取收益。我们的某位鸟内朋友也会为开拓者带来礼物。
Feathered friend.
学校主持人又开始接私活了。
We don't do negativity.
Yep.
那非常感谢各位亲朋好友的帮助啊。这个上面什么 KMBTAA 什么的，是钱的单位吗？钱来的也太多了，我的天，数都数不过来了。
对，有了各方朋友的协助，一夜暴富50万。在活动中，开拓者还可以获得4星光锥、宇宙
Or light cone, Cosmic Enterprise. I've seen this artwork. Where have I seen this artwork?
Erudition cone. Okay.
Oh, erudition.
Where have I seen this artwork? Or am I just going crazy?
Maybe there was been similar artwork, but I don't think I've seen this before.
It reminds me of the seriousness of breakfast, but I haven't seen this.
I feel like I've seen it. That's the thing. At least the Albert is the one that's really like
Pom playing a 3DS.
I might have seen it from like a leak that appeared on my Twitter feed, and I just don't remember.
Maybe.
这新铁 World 的确是门宇宙大生意啊，可以看出
It might be a good diet cone for an AXA, depending on what it does.
Yeah.
今年的周年庆活动是紧密围绕着朋友、伙伴这样的关键词展开的。
没错，除了跟角色们共同经营外，这次活动同样是一个全服玩家共同参与的庆典。在活动中，开拓者还可以获得回忆卡的碎片，每张回忆卡都是过去1年中开拓者经历的精彩旅途瞬间。 每
Memory
拼凑出一
card
张完整的
fragment
回忆卡，都可以获得营收增益效果。开拓者可以求助好友，获得未拥有的碎片，或者把自己多余的碎片赠送给朋友。有一
Give extra fragments to friends.
这次活
Ah.
动会有全体开拓者一起积累进度的玩法。
I'm happy that they let us see the art again for the
提供
banners.
额外赠益，或者是星穹奖励。
开拓者还可以查看活动内的排行榜，跟自己的好友比一比，看看谁的经营能力更强。不过呢，排名不是重点，享受和好
That's
朋
the
友们
thing
一
a
起
lot
玩
of
的
us
心
really
情
want.
才
We
最
want
重
to
要
help
的。
our friends out in this game.
在4月26日，新铁也会迈向全新的一年。自然，为开拓者准备的生日邮件也大有款式，也会一起更新。
生日快乐！生日快乐！生日快乐！
那么接下来，让我们再一起看看周年庆的福利吧。首先，在3.2版本，开拓者可以通过周年庆专属的庆典助理活动，以签到方式获取20连抽。
哎，今年是星河猎手来为
Yeah.
20 polls.
Wait.
That's
但
20
不仅
polls.
是星河猎手，
Wait. Oh wow, 20 passes.
Yes, 20 passes.
Wow.
列车组成员以
Plus
及
the
其他朋友
1600.
也想要为
Wait. The Astro Express 2-year anniversary is just around the corner. Choose one companion from below to send you the 2-year anniversary blessing with 1600, which is another 10 pull and 10 fuel. Okay.
Wow.
Choose one companion from below to send to you. Oh, okay. So we get a free
Yeah,
companion.
they're
Why
giving
is
30 for free.
plus another companion?
One second. What do they mean by that, though?
4月26日当天
Can-，
开拓者可以
Oh, can choose to open a greeting card. Okay.
Okay.
It's just like a cute little card.
I see. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Why the fuck is Black
There
Swan
are
here?
4
Get out.
stars in here, so it's just flavor stuff.
Yeah.
I was about yeah, that was another question. I was like, why is there 4 stars here?
Well, it's just these two. Because they're
Yeah, I
members
know,
of the
but they're
Astral
4 stars.
Express. Yeah, but they're members of the Astral Express. I do find it funny that they put Don Hung here. You can put in Bibit or Lune. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can acknowledge he exists.
Yeah.
And Black Swan, it's like, why the fuck are you here? I know it's
That
because she's
said,
on the.
I'm picking Kafka because I respect mom.
I'm probably gonna pick Sunday.
拆开一份来自伙伴的贺卡，同时
And receive, yeah.
1600星球。
So that's 30 polls off the bat.
让我纠结一下选谁呢？
其实无论选择
No matter who you choose, you'll get the same amount of stellar jades.
所以就请各位开拓者遵
Just
从
follow your
内心的
heart.
声音吧。然后在3.2版本期间，义气营
300%
活动也会迎来周年
Wow, for both.
人成功即
Yep.
可获得
We got our
300奖励。
standard
除此
planers.
之外，
Yep.
年度数据回顾活动也将在4月26日上线。各位开拓者可以在活动中查看趣味数据，回顾过去1年难忘的开拓经历。
Yet anniversary triple dropped.
期外的周年活动信息带给大家。2周年庆典即将盛大开幕
3 times the
全球各地
nothing.
丰富的线上线下活动将陪伴开拓者度过乘车2周年。列车
But hey, it might be
将继续开拓
something.
成语驶向更遥远的未来。访问主题网页，分享周年活动，还将有机会获得
Also, I adore this art.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty.
I like Silverwolf stretching in the background.
Nalaran Hunters.
环宇因你而
Oh
起
yeah, the
回
concert.
到演唱会
Even
将于
has the
2025
cat.
年5月
Yeah, it did it show the cat? Yeah, Elio.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, again, it just further shows that the cat is Elio.
All the
Is-
hunters.
Yeah.
Only the hunters.
I think there's also another
Yeah.
reason. I think there's also another reason for this, because like the first one obviously had them with the Astral Express, and the Stellaron Hunters are really important to the plot. As well, I think it's also because of what happened in 3.0, that flashback.
Hmm.
I think it
Yeah,
also
there are 2 families.
Yeah, so I think also it's a callback to that scene in 3.0 where you have that flashback that very heavily insinuates that you were a Stellaron hunter with them.
Yeah.
Mom's side, the hunters, and granddad's side, the express.
Yep.
Yeah, if I'll be real, if I had to choose a side, I would choose the hunters.
将继续开拓琼宇，驶向更遥远的未来。访问主题网页，分享。
I like that they do things like this to give them attention, especially because again, like Silverwolf, Kafka, and Blade are from so far back.
活动还将有机会获
Yeah.
得星穹等游戏奖励，以及2025新铁 Live 纪念周边哦。哦， 2025新铁 Live，没错，寰宇因你而起响，崩坏。
And then there's again, and then the concert. I fucking Jing Yuan's here, of course he is. So
yeah,
and this is something I love. This art again. Here's
Purple Privilege
Casterus.
and Jing Yun.
Here's fucking Casterus again. She just gets in here.
Ratio, Acheron.
Yeah. Sunday, and then Jing Yuan, Mem, and the Herda.
The other huge purple seller, Herda.
Yeah. Now here's the other thing. And this was something that I knew was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen when the Herda came out. Because up until the Herda came out, anything that had to do with the geniuses, we got Little Herda. So, like, Little Herda appeared in a lot of promotional material up until the Herda came out. Now that the Herda's out, we are not going to see as much little doll Herda, and I understand that. I am a little bit sad.
Yeah, and that's sad.
I am sad about that because she was definitely the.
I like doll Herda a lot.
Because aside from Don Hung and March, obviously, Herda was outside of the Astral Express the most marketed 4-star. Now that the Herda's out, they can immediately just push her aside. When it came to last year's characters that appeared here, it was Jing Liu, Aventurin, Argenti, Yang Cheng, Robin, and I think that was it. Because I think it was another 6.
Kafka.
And Kafka. Yeah, Kafka was there. So Kafka, Robin, Kafka, Aventurin, Argenti, Yang Cheng, and Ron May. I think Ron May was there. No, Jing Liu. Ron May wasn't there. Honestly, I can just Google this. So it was a 2024 Star Rail Live. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ron May wasn't in this. So, we already knew why Robin and Aventurin were there because they were Penacony. I remember people were joking that, like, why wasn't Serval on this because all of them are playing an instrument? But it's like, all of them are 5 stars. Serval's not a 5-star.
Yeah. No, I was one of those people who asked that question too.
Yeah. So then in this case, again, is it still 6?
I really like how Robin is the center as a singer, then Sunday is the center as a conductor.
Yeah, no, they definitely were like, we know what we're doing here. So this is something that's really, really neat. I'm trying to see if I wanted to open the image.
I wanted to say this because we're getting. I don't know if y'all have caught this, but when you play the Divergent Universe, that special Enforced one where you get like there's Tribby and then there's you get all those. There's a character we don't know of right now that plays a violin.
Yep. I can't remember the name, but they gave us her name. But yeah.
All right, because I don't know her name.
It's in the book. It's not in the book.
And
not in the
she's
book.
damage over time.
Yeah, it's not in the book. It's in the Divergent Universe. It's if you get the card with her on it, it says her name. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that one's probably gonna be. They probably didn't put her there because she's not gonna be out by the time this happens, and that's probably why. Because this is gonna be happening in May, and she's not gonna be out by then. We'll probably be in 3.4 by then, or 3.3.
I'm genuinely curious as to like what her whole thing is gonna be. This is gonna be cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like how they do that. They decide to put Sunday here in the center. Again, he's a very popular character. Jing Yuan.
He's Fidausis, his lens.
Yeah. Yeah. I can. My brain. yeah, Jingyuen's here, Acheron's here. I think a little thing that makes me a little sad actually looking at this is that all the characters that have been featured here all have new outfits except Robin. Robin's just in her outfit. They just gave her like this flowy scarf thing and gloves. She's in the same outfit. Like they only changed a couple little things here and there, but at its core it's the same outfit. I'm pretty sure. It looks very similar to her actual outfit. But yeah. I'm looking forward to the little animated trailer they do for this because the one for this one was really, really cute. It also made Aventurin even more fucking popular because all we saw with him after that was him and the Jello cats.
Yeah.
It was also that one artwork of him waking up from bed.
Cat cakes.
The cat cakes, yeah. I call them the Jello cats because they're jiggly. But
Robin's outfit is different. It just has a similar side skirt.
Okay. Yeah, it just looks very similar to her actual outfit. Okay. But yeah, there was that one artwork of like Aventurin waking up on his phone that like blew up, and then
It's
the
a
animated
completely
trailer
different top and skirt.
Yeah. The animated trailer freaking totally fed into that even more. It was absolute bait. Robbed Ralph and again, it looks at a glance, it looks so fucking similar to her actual outfit.
And yet people have been screaming to release these all as skins.
Yeah, I honestly hope they do. Okay. Yeah, seeing them side by side, they are different. They are different. They've just moved. Yeah, they are different. Okay. Okay. I take it back. They are different.
信中铁道演唱会将于2025年5月1日
Like I would get that Kafka skin in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah. Heckin' that Aventurin outfit, the event, like we all know that the Aventurin
And Argenti is stunning.
The heckin' Aventurin Nendroid, we all know that came out and everything, but they added an extra thing for Nendroid Doll that for Aventurin where he has 3 different outfits. And one of the outfits is from the concert, the concert outfit. Like, God, Aventurin has so much fucking merch.
在上海举行，一共
I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that with Sunday for how popular he is. If they do an Nendroid doll for Sunday that has... Because right now the Sunday Nendroid is his Penacony outfit before he became playable. If they do a Nendroid doll for him, you can already put him in this. You can put him in his playable outfit. Like, Sunday already canonically has several outfits, while every other character has maybe this and just this now, where Sunday canonically has more than one outfit.
Okay. One more thing, and I'll shut up because I want this to keep going.
Yeah.
I thought of something diabolical, something very dangerous. K-pop Aventuring.
That's essentially what that outfit is.
No. Someone actually dresses someone with, as featurely close to Aventuring as possible, dresses up as Aventuring, and they make an event where he just sings live.
I mean, probably.
Very dangerous because K-pop stands are crazy.
That'd be leaning in way too much into that like thing, but it would probably make money. There'll be 3 concerts in Shanghai and global live streams on May 3rd. And then they'll be hosting special screenings at multiple locations worldwide in May. Venues will have lots of 2025 Star Rail merchandise giveaways. That's themed interactive thing. Themed interactive what? Activities.
信中铁道上线2年以来，诞生了许多充满回忆的美妙音乐。 我们诚挚邀请开拓者亲临现场，感受铁道的音乐世界。那么观影会的具体票务信息，就请各位开拓者期待后续官方情报啦。
I mean, depending on when it comes out, we can do a heckin'... Probably not a reaction stream, just because it might get fucking nuked. Bubble tea brand collaborations in Southeast Asia, Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan.
来回忆大家一起度过的甜蜜时光。
而且我们还将在拉美和欧洲部分地区与 Infinix
Phone collaborations with Infinix and parts of Latin America and parts of Europe. Note Pro 50.
展开手机联动，也请开拓者期待。
Stay tuned for more details and announcements. Annual Honkai Star Rail Creator Contest. Oh yeah, these.
These always come out with bangers. Remember last year?
Let's guess professors to cheer the fan artists.
我们也为开拓者整理了一份
Alrighty
的活动总览，请开拓者查收。
好。
30 free polls. Fuck.
Yeah, what?
That's crazy.
30 free polls, yeah. Add that to your fucking Banks wiki. Holy shit.
Shit.
请大家期待一下。
期待。不过我们的2周年上面这些感觉是不是
With all my
那我问你啊。
Apparently my cat opened 3 tabs of your stream in the background. Is it a sign? Yeah, maybe it is. Heckin' 30 free polls plus I have like 50 polls just of Stardust that I have saved up. And then, yeah, I still have like 214 polls plus the couple little polls that I've been getting from like doing dailies and weeklies. I'm gonna have a lot of polls again.
有没有更大的？
就知道你想问这个问题。
有。
Funniest thing from those is when they actually let a fan work through that literally has Yuri's text in the background.
Oh yeah.
What?
I think it was on a Hoyo fair. I can't remember what the name of the animation was called. But it was like the male trailblazer taking Firefly out for a date. And they're watching a movie in the theater and they don't show anything explicit. But right behind them, Acheron and Black Swan are sitting and they're making out.
Oh.
And and then like you'll see in the corner they show nothing explicit, but they're very clearly 69ing, and Acheron's head is between Black Swan's legs. Yeah, there's just gay sex happening in the back. And Hoya was like, slap that in the fair. So yeah, they know what they're doing. Free 5-star.
Yeah.
Laucha or
Laucha
Ron
or
May.
May.
The event runs until the end of 3.4. Choose one of these 2 characters for free. Free limited 5-star? Yes, in version 3.2, Trailblazers can claim a Golden Companion Spirit token. Using this token, you can exchange it at a designated shop for Ron May or Laucha, or permanent 5-star characters. Additionally, when Trailblazers obtain duplicates of a 5-star character within Max Eidolons, you'll receive 1 Silver Companion Spirit. Every 2 Silver Companion Spirit tokens can be exchanged for 1 Golden Companion Secret token. So you get 2. So when obtaining a 5-star character with Max Eidolons, you'll receive a silver. If you get 2, you get a gold, and then the gold can be exchanged for a 5-star. Okay.
At least they fixed that.
And also, if you decide you don't want either of these, you can just sit on it.
Yep. Previously surplus.
If I'm reading this right.
Yeah, if I'm reading this right, I might sit on it. Because I have both.
Every Silver Companion Spirit token can be exchanged for 1 Golden Companion Spirit token. Previously surplus 5-star character Eidolons will be compensated with an equivalent amount of Silver Companion tokens. Additionally, starting from version 3.2, in the character event warp, Trailblazers can customize non-boosted 5-star characters. Damn it, I keep freaking... The limited 5-star character shown in the image will be
You
included
only
in the
get the
first...
gold spirit if you log in during this event, but the spirit doesn't expire, so you can sit on it and hope they add in someone you want more later.
Yeah, the limited 5-star character shown in the image will be included in the first batch of customizable characters. Oh, so including the previous standard. So then, yeah, like, for example, they just took out Himeko and Bailu for Zila, Fushuen, and they also took out Yang Qing for Blade. So including the previous standard characters. You can choose 7 out of 10. These limited will be added to the exchange shop mentioned earlier. Trailblazers can use Nameless Glory and Nameless Metal to obtain Light Cone exchange tokens.
What?
You can get these with the Battle Pass. Because it says here, meanwhile, these limited 5-star cones and standard 5-star light cones will also be added to the exchange shop mentioned earlier. Starting from version 3.2, Trailblazers can use Nameless Glory and Nameless Metal to obtain light cone exchange tokens. And you need 4 of these to get a 5-star light cone.
Oh my fucking god.
There's no time limit for using these tokens. You can arrange it according to your needs. Unlike last year, Oneric Shard first time double top-up bonus will reset. During a cumulative certain amounts of Oneric Shards. Exclusive personality display set.
Obtained aforementioned character tokens and light cone tokens. What?
Wait. Plus exclusive beautiful decorations. First time top-up bonus refreshed. Which, yeah, over time this refreshes anyway. The double things. Yeah. Accumulate Oneric Shards to unlock rewards. So now, instead of just skins and pass and jade, you can use these to get these?
So they're basically doing top-up events. Spend money up to certain milestones and you will be able to get these.
Ah. Okay.
I think they're saying we can use Oneric Shards to get light cone. Like to get these things which can be exchanged for like, yep, okay.
Yeah. Plus exclusive beautiful decorations. There's definitely some heavy lifting content this time around. It's not all today. We've got some exciting sneak peeks to share with everyone. Buffing old characters. Silver Wolf, Blade, Kafka, and Jing Liu will receive buffs. Okay.
Thank you!
It's finally on schedule. It's gonna be a buff for the character themselves. Specific details will be announced in future updates. Okay.
Like Kafka doesn't actually need it, but please go on.
I was like, Kafka doesn't super need it though, but Blade and Jing Liu definitely do.
Yeah,
and Silver Wolf debatably does. And honestly, I feel like, especially with Blade and Jing Liu, they should have maybe tried to get their buffs before this patch, because especially with that boss, they'd be very useful. We'll be able to get a brand new limited.
Needs them to remember dot exists as a playstyle. Her kit is still incredible, just doesn't have support.
Yeah, doesn't have support. Thanks for friend.
Because I don't use her as DOT, I use her as crit.
首先想为大家带来的是主线的消息。25年，铁道会在游戏
Oh,
内
you're
做
changing
更
the
多
More
的
mood.
展
in-game
示，比如
content.
其中一项就是动画进出线。
Incorporating animations into the main
就说像
scenario.
飞光啊、永劫轮舞啊这样的短片，以后有机会在游戏内看到吗？
Wait,
举个最近的
we're
例子，
getting
近期
Releasing a
我
short
们
video
看
about
到有关
Castris
查理和
and
艾迪里亚的短片，
Idonia
而在
soon.
3.2 版本上线
After
后，大家会
3.2
you
goes
kidding?
live, you'll discover that it's actually a segment in the main storyline closely tied to the Trailblaze mission. Previous shorts will all standalone episodes. Wait, what?
It's like Honkai Impact 3rd.
Yeah, they're doing what Honkai Impact does and putting animated scenes and stuff. Okay. They're putting more animated scenes in the game because they're like, people really don't like the white on black background. Actually, discover it's actually a segment of the main storyline closely tied to the Trailblaze mission. So, wait a minute.
在游戏内看到吗？
是的。 举个最近的例子，
We'll be releasing a short video about Castris and Idonia soon. And after 3.2 goes live, you'll discover it's actually a segment of the main storyline. Previous shorts were all standalone episodes, so the content mostly covered character backstories or extra stories. But as the main story progresses, we hope to present key plot points in more diverse ways. It's a little sneak peek, maybe in a future version. There will be animations that can't be announced in advance and can only be revealed on the day of the update. Mm-hmm. There must be plot point that's really closely tied to the story. Besides animations, promotional videos like those for Myriad to Celestia will take on an even more important role. This year marks the 2nd anniversary. Come to think of it, our Trailblaze mission has received a turning point in its first phase.
好不妙的说法呀！我就知道开拓之旅不会是简单的公路片。
Hang on, did they say a free 5-star character coming later in the year? Yeah,
Yes.
like this coming patch. You'll get a free 5-star. The clues will show up between versions 3.3 and 3.4. There'll be special Myriad Celestia that's closely tied to the main storyline. You'll see how some old friends have been doing.
Oh yes, more Jinglu.
And they'll all be... Oh, fuck. I freaking missed that.
Hey Kieran, hooray.
Heckin... Freaking... I'm telling you, Sayu hit the jackpot with Jing Yuan. He's always gonna come back.
Yeah.
Will be special Myriad Celestia. Also tied to the main storyline. Uh-huh. And they'll all be connected by a certain event. Yeah, I knew they were gonna do more with Acheron because you don't just put in another Honkai Impact 3rd character in this other game and then do nothing with them after their arc. They'll all be connected by a certain event, and the main objective of the Starlit story and the secrets buried within the world of Amphorius will be unveiled at the same time. I want to say Amphorius is divided into upper and lower parts, but this stop isn't indeed closely connected to the cosmos after all.
They also make it super clear that she's way above our pay grade in terms of power. Penacony was just an errand for her.
Mm-hmm. And they said something's going to happen with Don Hung in March, that they're going to go very far. Rubsona, thank you for the follow.
Also, the 5-star we're getting is from the fake collab.
Oh, are we getting it, or is
mention
it
it.
something we can pull for?
We're getting it.
Oh, they're just giving us a 5-star. Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
they're just
okay.
giving it to us.
Oh. Okay. I'll wait till
They
say
don't they don't mention it here, but that's what they're referring to.
Okay. I haven't seen anything official talking about that yet, so I'll wait for that too.
Yes, same.
Story content of Star will reach new heights. I have one more message for all Trailblazers. More than a year in advance.
其中之一就是匹诺康尼受限于当时的剧情体量，原案中的部分故事线没能完全落地，而上线后，我们也看到玩家为这些内容留白感到了遗憾。我们也觉得这部分缺失是很难用普通的开头序文或后日谈来补全的，所以铁道今年会做一次新的尝试，在 3.8 这一个版本，我们将上线周末。
Oh. In 3.8, we will launch the finality mission. Memories are the preludes to dreams.
记忆是梦的开场白。
I feel like the title is explaining it. It's explaining my theory or theories.
总感觉信息量非常大呀。
开拓者们可以将其视作对匹诺康尼主线的一种
The Penacony main storyline.
帮助下，那场遗产争夺战中
What?
With the help of a certain cremator, the untold story of that inheritance war. A second storyline about the Stellaron Hunters, IPC masked fools, and other factions. A true ending of this White Knight will surface from the depths of memory.
的确是有不少。
What? Okay, so 3.3 and 3.4, there will be myriad Celestias about what's going on while we're in Euphorius and how it's all connected and going to tie back to the main plot. In 3.8, we're going to get a special scenario that essentially is the definite ending to Penacony, because there's a lot of loose ends that they didn't get to tie, and they've been wanting to really perfectly cap off Penacony, and they're going back to Penacony to finish that. That's why we're going back to Penacony, to properly finish it.
Thank God. Thank God.
Premators are rogue memo keepers, by the by.
值得期待的东西呢？那么好的，崩坏星空铁道3.2版本前瞻特别节目到此就要结束了，非常感谢开拓者的观看。
Okay.
再次祝开拓者2周年快乐！
Wow.
年快乐！
感谢开拓者的一路相伴，愿你每天开心。
愿此行终抵群星，拜拜。
Okay.
You finally got those
little pyrokinetics techniques. Alrighty.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Holy shit.
Heckin', man, when it comes to 3.2, obviously we are looking forward to it. Obviously we will be there. I'm keeping Claire in my roster. When it comes to the 5 stars, you know what? I don't have Bronya yet. I'm gonna take her out of my rotation. I never want Bronya. I just think it's funny because I've not gotten Bronya yet.
What's your issue with Brynja?
I don't know. She clearly doesn't want to come home, and I find it really funny. And it's funny because I don't have any particular attachment to Bronya. I just think it's funny that I haven't gotten her yet. And she has until 3.2, and before I take her out of my standard banner and put Fu Xuan in for her. I might keep Clara in there.
I'm taking Yang Cheng out.
I might keep Yang Cheng
He'll
in.
be in standard.
Huh? What'd you say, Lynn?
You can only replace your loose pool units.
Yeah.
In event banners. Not standard.
Oh, not yeah. You know what I mean, though. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though, Lynn. That's what I'm mostly saying. Like, I'll still probably get Bronya at some point in the standard banner, but I'm gonna take her out of the pull banner, out of the
event banners.
the lost banner, because like it's because it's funny, and I'll put Fu Xuan in there because I still want Fu Xuan, and I at this point, no matter how many times she reruns, I'm probably still not gonna pull for her. I might keep Yang Cheng and Clara in there because they're already units that I have Eidolons for. So the faster I fill up their Eidolons, the faster I have a chance of getting the tokens.
I'm gonna keep Japard because he's maxed out. He's
exactly
he's E6.
Exactly. Keep Japard. Unfortunately, keep most of your full Eidolon units so that you can farm those fucking things when you lose your 50-50.
Yep. Japard and Bronya are the highest ones I have right now. Japard's E6 and Bronya's E4.
I think I don't have Bronya. I think Japard is at E0. I think the only E1s I have are I think Welt, but I know it's Yang Cheng, it's Clara, and then I think either Himeko or Welt, one of them.
Welt is E2 for me.
But yeah, I would say keep most of the banner ones there, because if you already have some of their Eidolons, just max them out get their Eidolon so that you can then start farming those tokens. But yeah, that was the heckin' special programs. Hell yeah, Squeaks is finally a real streamer on YouTube making the reaction content the masses want. I just wanted to react to this because I saw that we hadn't seen it yet. I wanted to take a moment to sit on it and watch it, but the problem is that I just don't have a lot of time. So this was a fun way to do it. Obviously, we took twice and then some of the time it took, but it was still a heck of a lot of fun. We're going to take a quick break. Yeah, we're gonna take a quick heckin' break. I'm gonna get a potty break in, we're gonna run some ads, and then we're going to jump into Final Fantasy XIV, because it's been a heckin' while, and we're gonna heckin' do the MSQ with the time we have left on stream today. We might not be able to go through all the MSQ, but we'll be able to get a good chunk of it. So, we will be right back. Wow.
Yay.